ahead and go live now.
Yeah.
All right, so you're on the Twitch channel?
Yes, the Twitch and the Kick. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Mehcast, and oh, what a motley crew we are. Today,
Yep.
the PS5 actually decided to work the first time I tried it.
Oh, wow, you actually are playing The Last of Us?
Yes, I am.
God,
Well,
I was joking.
Well, Alex, I hope you enjoy the Fields trip. It's only going to last one game.
PS4 Pro enhancement.
We're talking about the first
I'm gonna
game,
go
right?
with the frame rate. I don't need this. Hang on. The resolution looks better when I lower the... Look at that. There's less jaggies when I turn on frame rate enhancement.
And now I am live.
God.
It's high quality shadows, 1800p. I'm playing this on the PS5 and it can't even run at 4K 60 FPS on PS5, guys. Naughty Dog, what the fuck are you doing? And no, I'm not going to lock it at 30 FPS because fuck you.
Welcome back to Sonic Shadow Generations on my end. So, last time on the Edgy the Hedgy Adventures,
Maximum,
we started with Chaos Island, and now we are going to wrap up Chaos Island.
Yeah, so I set that to
So in terms of news, we got something kind of big to go over. The Pope died.
Yeah,
today.
Yeah, people have been expecting the Pope to die for a little while now, but
this was unexpected.
Yes.
Yeah, just came out. I was just drinking coffee, and then next, my dad said,
I want listen mode to be off. And a bunch of people were sharing.
Yeah.
I can't get over how the game looks higher resolution when I have it set to 1080p versus at 1800p.
That's stupid.
I know. It's really dumb.
Why are you playing on the PS5 version?
I'm not playing the PS5 version. I'm playing the PS4 version on my PS5. Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm going to, as with every Naughty Dog game, I'm going to play it on... Well, I played the Uncharted games on... Not on maximum, but on the one below. I'm not gonna play it on normal. I'm going to play it on hard, because Naughty Dog games are notoriously quite easy.
Alex, you should have seen when I was playing on normal mode. Oh, back before we.
Oh, hey, look at that! The spores, the thing that's not in the fucking TV show.
Yeah,
I could have sworn they were.
Oh, whoopee.
I mean, they're supposedly going to be bringing them in like episode 3 or something. Hi, Sarah.
Oh, God.
Who's not black?
Robo Alex.
Oh, God.
Great.
Usually Robo Alex is precipitated by the audio being screwed up on my end, but I can hear you guys perfectly fine. So yeah, it was Pope Francis, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Pope Francis died. Apparently there's some biblical prophecy about that being a sign of the end times.
Really?
And so here we can see the here we can see the game immediately cuts to Sarah giving Joel the watch, as opposed to a whole thing. Now, I remember when I first... I remember when this game first came out, I was really disappointed that it just time skipped, you know?
Well,
because I think that, and to this day, guys, Naughty Dog, I think that rather than, spoiler warning, shooting Sarah later on in this sequence here, I think it would have been a much more compelling story if it would have just been Joel and Tommy and Sarah trying to survive in the in the zombie apocalypse, a la, you know, Resident Evil 2. Is that a Joan Jett shirt?
I mean, maybe it could have worked.
Now, the thing... Oh, and meanwhile, Sonic, I found you, Shadow, the blue hedgehog of all places.
Yeah, so this...
You have something I need. Can wait until my business is finished.
I never had a phone by my bed when I was a kid, you know?
Then, it'll be a date to die for.
It was only when, you know, smartphones became a thing is when I started, you know.
Come on.
Unfortunately, we don't get to play this part, but then again, we can't change the canon.
Yeah.
God damn it.
We have to. It may be kind of weird if we did a Shadow versus Sonic fight, but Shadow lost in the end.
Well, the funny thing is that even with Shadow's new powers, I doubt he would be able to win against Sonic. Because Sonic is.
I mean, I'm talking in a gameplay perspective. I'll talk more of a gameplay perspective. Yeah, but I get what you mean.
Mm-hmm. Because look, Shadow even tries to use his Doom powers before he hesitates.
Yeah. Good old rival battle. I need to beat my rival with my own power.
I want to do this fair and square.
So now the audio actually is starting to crackle on my end.
After all, a win's a win. A win doesn't count.
Rouge.
I was about to say now it's fixed, and now it's not.
Fucking lighting.
Do I just need to download new ASIO drivers or something? I don't fucking...
You might.
I don't know. So anyways, yeah. Call me dyed-in-the-wool Resident Evil fan, but, well... and I'm sorry, Naughty Dog, I'm going to do exactly what I did with... You're fucking kidding me.
With...
Oh my god, look at that.
What?
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's Halican drops. What the hell are the Halican drops? Alex Kane Pop the Bash. Clearly the Clash. But yes, I know that reflections don't need to be like high resolution necessarily, but you know what? I'll give them this. It looks like an actual reflection as opposed to the reflections in Uncharted 4. Okay.
Yeah.
So, let's see here.
At the very least, the PS4 remaster. At the very least, the PS4 remaster had more of a reason to exist than the PS5 remasters.
Yeah. Let's see.
At that point, when the moment they released it on PS5, I feel like they were just milking it to death.
There's a DVD player and a VCR. Pair of headphones with no wires attached. Interesting. I wonder what kind of guitar is in that case. That looks like a...
Well, I'm trying to figure out what kind of...
I'm trying to figure out what kind of amp this is based on. Can I go in the first person?
Memphis, Tennessee.
That is a... that is... Sarah has almost as many CDs as I do.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know she... Man, I can't believe we live in a time where CDs are a rare thing now.
I literally had that exact same boombox when I was a kid. Probably when I was her age. Like, it was, I believe it was, an RCA.
Oh, guys, I have unlocked a certain level.
No, I don't want to leave.
Now, what's this? Distortion in space. I wonder what it could be. A warp ring? But those only exist in the Sonic movies. What's happening?
Let's see, there's the mom and some unnamed woman, and then there's Joel and Tommy and Sarah. Green Rock State Park in a default Windows font. A Take It In poster. I wonder, what the hell even is a Halican drop?
Okay, it's rendered.
Dawn of the Wolf in the Impact font. A skateboard.
Oh.
Well, that's an interesting glitch.
Oh, guys, now I've suddenly transformed into Keanu Reeves. Whoa.
Nice.
Bogus.
I'll be right back.
About time. Well.
So if I pan the video, sorry, if I pan the camera around, I called it the video. Look at that. Some of the shadows disappear. Actually, that light bar shouldn't even exist at all. That's a rendering issue. How did you guys not notice this? Because it can't be coming from up there. Can't be coming from over there.
Heck?
I wish I could go into first-person view so I could see what some of these CDs were. But, hang on, is there a... Photo mode! Yeah! Okay,
Yay.
photo mode. I can go into photo mode.
Yay! Photo mode! Oh, man.
Awesome! Okay, dolly, roll, camera.
Keanu, I feel like your line rate
brightness.
it could be a little better.
Frame, black.
In this
color.
And again,
the field. Field of view. Why do you have 2 copies of the same actually, you know what? I have a couple of copies of the same album.
Alex, you forget how many copies of Top Gun you own.
Yeah, no, I know. But she has like 4 copies of the same album on this here. I'm not saying that they should have... I'm not saying that they should have... Oh, depth of field, color filter, field of view, camera. Oh, that's cool. That's
Indeed.
Like 6. That's like 6 copies of the same album.
You should see some of the speed runs that go into this stage. And some people are, I'm sure, are disappointed by the fact that you can't skip these scripted cutscenes.
Sword of the Ocean.
Wow,
The
just
Love
let
of
us
Soccer.
skip it.
The Turning, that looks like a zombie thing. A Not So White Snow, Streak, Music of an Apple Tree, How to Be a Rock Star, Getting Discovered, Tales of Sportsmanship, Healthy Eating, 2 copies of that. Jaden Austen, Sword of the Ocean, yeah, I already went through that. 2 copies of The Turning. Huh.
Ah, damn it. I missed one. At least I know which one I missed.
I think there's a Weezer album in there. That's neat. Looks like there's 2 Weezer albums in there. Of course, that's assuming that actually is Weezer. I think I see a couple of Judas Priest albums in there. If so, cool. Might be 1, 2,
Never thought
3,
I'd see
4.
Never thought I'd see the day where Alex would start off the stream looking through the albums of a
Out of the Wolf. Yeah, I'm
the main character.
This is a bit rather unexpected.
Yeah, I'm going through a 12-year-old girl's record collection and finding some more, some quite base things. I think I see. Hang on. Pan back around here. I was thinking I saw. I think that That I think is a Slipknot album. Of course, I could be wrong, because it's very low resolution. I was gonna say I saw a copy of Human Clay in here somewhere, but I can't tell. I legitimately can't tell. I do stuff like this, and then I get on Spider-Man's case for having way too much detail.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, I think the TV show did a little bit better of a job of getting some... Guys, I'm getting mad at Uncharted 4 right now, because now I'm mitten spikes at area hospital, 300% increase due to mysterious infection. FDA expands list of contaminated crops. Hey, you remember how that plot line never went fucking anywhere in the TV show? FDA's investigation of crops potentially mold continues. Mold can't cause an infection. Oh, I mean, it can, but it wouldn't be... Mysterious infection. Typically, I thought mold was called... Yeah, because Uncharted 4 did this exactly, and I think the house layout was even somewhat the same. Oh. I activated photo mode by accident. I was trying to activate run mode, but apparently that's just not going to happen. Let's see here. Dad's bed, his exercise bike. I mean, it does kind of make sense that Dad keeps the good TV in his room. Oh my god! There's explosions in the city, kind of like in Resident Evil 2. Let's see. I'm gonna throw us into camera mode, and I'm going to figure out everything you need to know about creating a startup. Sorry
about that. I had to... My dad came down with my... wanting me to talk to my my granddad.
Okay. That's either melatonin or ibuprofen. Right. Either one, makes sense. It appears that Joel has about 12 copies of the same albums that his daughter has, so, Dad, you didn't have to go buy 12 more copies. You could have borrowed one of my 6 or 7. That is the same guitar case model, although I am not exactly miffed about that. That's fine. Guitar cases typically look much the same.
I remember how one critique of Shadow Generations was that there was no tracks from Shadow the Hedgehog in the game, and then we get at this absolute banger remix of what's it called?
Tales of Sportsmanship, Music of an Apple Tree, Dawn of the Wolf, Sword of the Ocean, Little Something, Detroit.
I ended up seeing like a little weird All right, come on. Gotcha. Now I can finish the rest of the level.
The Bash, 4 guys and their music. Turning together in the book.
Let us also keep in mind that the only reason in this reason that this game's writing was actually considered good was because of the people that Neil Druckmann decided to can for the second and in favor of the writers of the second game.
So,
because Neil Druckmann is pretty much the James Gunn of Naughty Dog.
Well, at least Neil Druckmann is ruining something he had a hand.
That he had a hand in.
That he had a hand in creating, rather than James Gunn, who has decided to ruin things that other people have created. So, take a look. I want to. Okay, so take a look at Sarah's face here. If I can, there we go. Take a look at Sarah's face here. Oh dear God. There's a baby picture up on the right that is literally just Sarah's face photoshopped onto a baby. That's hilarious. But I was more going to say, let's look at this one right here, which looks to be Sarah considerably older than she is now. Which is something we're never going to see. Now, lest we... Guitar upstairs. Oversized PS3. You'd think that if Sony was going to be able to get anything right, it would be the size of their own PlayStation in a game, you know?
I mean, the original PlayStation 3 was pretty big.
No, this is a slim model, and even the fat one, I have the fat one, and it wasn't this goddamn big. That is... Oh, wow, that's a European box art. I suppose Joel must be an importer like I am.
Yeah.
That's not even the right proportions for a PS3. That's interesting. You think that
it's like their second model
in here? Yeah, that's the second model.
Isn't that their... weird. Yet odd.
Yeah. Let's see here. It appears to be... I'm going to say that that's probably a Fender without the branding on it. Yeah, that looks like a Fender headstock.
Is that the new Shadow game? When did it come out, bro? Like
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Like months ago.
13, 14,
so literally
15, 16,
October
17, 18, 19,
of 2024.
Unusual for an acoustic guitar, I guess. Odd living room arrangement, but you know.
Come on, get back over here.
I think that the speakers are pointed outwards. Is a little bit strange.
Ugh. I'm angry. Gotcha.
September. This game takes place... Okay, my Resident Evil bells are starting to tingle here. Gonna be home late tonight, go ahead and order food, see you in the morning. Dad. My Resident Evil bells are really tingling right now, because guess when Resident Evil 2 and 3 take place?
September.
September! Methinks somebody at Naughty Dog wanted to make a game set during Resident Evil 2 or 3. The fall of Raccoon City, we'll say. Hi, Joel.
Hi, you shut up. Not.
Funnily enough, Joel's voice and motion capture Baker has been in Resident Evil.
Yes.
As Jake Muller.
Hey, Joel. You just keep a loaded handgun in your office drawer in an unlocked gun safe with a glass window to one side And what appears to be what, like a 12-year-old girl? Or 8 or 9 or something? So yeah, so The Last of Us TV show has it. So season 2 is so far doing. They did what the games did, you know, but they've done it better, I think. You know, for how how could you possibly do what the games did worse? You know, I mean, there is a way you could have done it worse. So like. The random infected, so the random zombie attacks, right? Those, no cell phone, no radio. Yeah, sure, that's definitely something that would be happening. There wouldn't be a bunch of, chatter. Zombies don't know how to take out technology, you know, and therefore, big old cell towers, not exactly going to be something they're looking for. See, anyways, they do what the game did, you know. So Joel stumbles upon Abby while she's getting attacked, and you know, Abby finds out Joel's name and everything. All that part is the same. What's different?
There was an interesting part in a Miss Anthroponi's review of The Last of Us 2, where he's like, so what was Abby just prepared to kill anybody with the name Joel? And they prevented Joel Miller, but my last name, but I'm Joel Schumacher.
that means you're double dead. They're legit, I don't think you do have room. I think they...
Okay.
And, yeah, that...
Yeah, but we recently ended up getting the infamous Joel in one scene in The Last of Us Season 2.
No, I will say, for a PS4 game, this has inexcusable amounts of pop-in.
Yeah, you pointed this out when I was playing the game.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm playing it on PS5 now, so you'd think that they'd have...
Oh, don't you know, Alex? They were saving that patch for the eventual PS5 quadruple re-release.
Yeah, for anybody who's been out of the loop, not exactly paying attention to this, they put out a $100 collector's edition version of the PS5 version of this game and the PS5 version of the, Hey! Look a few feet behind you! It's you with darker skin! What is this, Bioshock?
There was a funny bit in the brain scratch. There was a funny bit in the brain scratch playthrough of this game of Last of Us is one where when they ended up getting when they were discussing the character Tommy, then suddenly one of them goes, "I'm not Tommy,"
and now we've switched playable characters. So, yeah,
nobody asked for.
Yeah, this game is very much wearing its influences on its sleeve. It's like, hey, you remember the car crash sequence from the intro of Resident Evil 2, right? Let's do that.
Yeah. Oh man, I remember some news covered on Last of Us Part 2, and I remember looking through an article where Laura Bailey kind of just did not have all that much fun playing Abby in this game.
Oh, of course she fucking didn't. No, she's... Neil Druckmann has this weird crush on her, and I'm not really sure what He's a fucking crazy man, is what he is. I'm not gonna... That is a really thick revolver for a snub-nose. You can tell that they're kind of still in their slightly exaggerated cartoony phase. Or, you know, they were back when this game came out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Because, there's still, like, larger models, bigger motions for the characters. And people just be driving around without license plates in Texas. I happen to know that that's not something that happens ever. Okay.
Christ.
I just... Can I lose this?
You can, but...
I just wanted to know because I just wanted to know because, you know, other Naughty Dog games don't let you.
Alex, you forget that I played the game before you did.
Oh, no, I didn't forget. I just... Well, that's cool. They're not getting through the fence. Oh, that one is. Okay. Joel, weren't you and Tommy in the military?
I'm not Tommy.
Oh, come on.
Or was it?
Then who are you?
I forget who was in the military because Joel's truck had a fucking Gulf War sticker on it, but he insisted Tommy was the one who joined the army. But after the Joel Wick scene at the end of this fucking game and the first show, I kind of get the feeling that he wouldn't exactly tell him the truth, you know? Anyways, yeah, the Joel in 1. The Joel in 1 goes better than it did in the game.
Somehow.
Joel is not just Tommy is not just throwing his brother's name around for essentially no reason. Dina is the one who says it, and Dina doesn't know that Abby is there.
Ooh, I got episode Shadow. That was track from Sonic Forces.
Nice.
Which, admittedly, Forces actually did have a solid soundtrack. It's just the game that it happened to be attached to. You know what I mean.
Oh, man.
So somehow Joel manages to survive getting shot in the back several times. Tommy comes from an angle that he could not possibly have arrived from, considering the... And Sarah somehow gets the worst of it, despite the fact that Joel was the one who got shot. Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed.
Oh, no.
No.
I love some complete Johnny of his Shadow the Hedgehog video where it's just him staring up at the ceiling on his couch.
You would think that you would think that he was critiquing Sonic 06 with that expression.
That's an awfully quick death for having not been shot.
I think she was shot as Joel. Yeah, that or she was shot as Joel was
turning.
Turning her.
Yeah, here's the theme song.
Because you could hear her pained cry.
Mm.
I as Joel, as Joel was getting shot.
Latest vaccination tests have failed. Keep that in mind. It's going to be important later. Yeah, here's the theme song. They didn't change this for the TV show.
So, as I was saying when Alex was doing this boss fight, Mephiles has essentially gone completely insane. Like, he has lost any of the intimidation or charm that he had in Sonic 06, thus making him a very a more or deranged villain. And no longer is he trying to Shadow to join him or help him in any way. And now he's just us this.
Now, 20 years later, fucking cop out. You goddamn cowards.
Ashley Whitebaker.
And honestly, Robbie Damon, and as odd a pick as that was for me, and when I ended up first hearing it in this game, he sounds really good for this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, for as crazy as Resident Evil goes, I think Resident Evil may have portrayed the results of a zombie apocalypse a little bit more realistically than a lot of zombie media does, because well, not a whole lot of zombies that last that long after initial outbreaks, Has to be a new outbreak.
Oh, here we go. Hey, look, that monster, or even though it's running at in the actual boss fight of 06, somehow how that boss fight was running at 60 frames during that game. I don't know how.
This game looks like it has, like, this ugly chromatic aberration built into the graphics. And I wish I could turn it off. Because it doesn't make the game look good. I know that it's part of the reason why the...
And now we get my favorite bit is... Oh, I want to exist!
Yeah, martial law, fall of society, blah, blah, blah. Somebody doesn't know how to throw a fucking back kick, Joel Miller. If you had, your daughter might still be alive.
There's no future for you. Ever.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, I know diffed Mephiles. Alright. Now that we've beaten him, we acquire a necessary component for the last Doom ability in this game.
It was a little bit
odd.
S
rank.
That that's the Fireflies logo. It's a little bit odd, I'd say, that one made me pause and look up like that. Fucking die, pig, wanted for smuggling. Am I on this list? Fucking... A member of the Gorillas is on here twice.
Oh, God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I... As far as zombie fiction goes, I very much prefer the ones where you're, like, playing as believe in the Fireflies. Why?
Why would I believe in a show that, unfortunately, he only got one season, and sadly, its creator becoming a complete and utter douchebag.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was actually a joke that Brain Scratch made with the Fireflies during their playthrough of this game. Oh, they also threw in some Tiny Toons jokes.
Neat.
Mango liquid refreshment. Mango wango.
oh.
I like how Shadow is.
Hey, Kickbot, go fuck yourself.
Oh, Shadow is becoming super pissed. This time, I will crush every last one of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, you... You are really pushing it. You're really pushing it, Naughty Dog. This is really Resident Evil. I find it kind of odd how they made Tess health kit, bind up your wounds, time, equip health kit with up, and then hit R2. Okay, I find it really odd how they made Tess kind of older in the show. But yeah, so anyways, the infamous scene.
So for content, yeah. It's like reason why they call it Joel in 1 is because literally Abby kills him with a 9-iron.
Yeah, Abby beat Joel to death with a golf club. This time she, Joel didn't go out like a bitch, thankfully. Although I
because they wanted Pedro Pascal to look like a badass.
I can imagine that every middle-aged mom who was watching this show because they find him absurdly attractive is considering turning it off now.
Yeah,
exactly
only
as
now.
everybody predicted. I was hoping that they would kind of go the Scott Pilgrim takes off way and change the entire context, change everything, really. Thankfully, they did change a bunch of stuff, so, rather than just blabbing Joel's name out for no reason, Dina says, calls out to him, and that... Okay. You couldn't have secured the glass bottle in the books beforehand.
Well, guys...
I could have pushed that with one hand.
Mm.
I'm not even kidding. I have pushed things like that with one hand. Anyways, so, yeah. That whole sequence is vastly improved. What's not vastly improved... Oh, yeah, the random zombie attacks. So, there's a thing where they say the zombies are getting smarter. They're using piles of their own dead bodies in order to, 1911, won 2 world wars. Gas mask, not like the one we had, the show only has a gas mask as a bong. It's kind of stupid, but whatever.
Yes.
Okay, where's my triangle? Where's my triangle button, guys? Oh, is it over here? Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is straight out of Uncharted. And speaking of straight out of Uncharted, so Ellie and Dina are on patrol earlier in the second episode, and she literally just falls through a ceiling. And
what?
Unlike Joel, who fell off a thing and got impaled later on in this game, Ellie is somehow fine despite falling on a metal shelf full of metal parts. And then she gets attacked by a zombie who's like kind of smart, but not really. And then, of course, you know, she does something stupid and gets herself bit.
You were slowly suggesting that this is turning into I Am Legend minus Will Smith.
Yeah. So the zombies, they're talking about zombies getting smarter, and then there's this whole sequence that happens off-screen rather than on-screen. And this is, you know how much I hate things happening off-screen that very much should have happened on-screen. There's a whole thing about finding a pile of frozen zombies in the, yeah, there's a ladder. Finding a pile of frozen zombies that a bunch of other zombies were,
Funny how I can fly in the cutscenes, but I can't fly in the gameplay.
Planks.
It's like how in Sonic 06, Silver could fly through certain things, but can't do it for a certain amount of time.
U.S. Army MSF 1975. That's interesting.
Alright, Methless, you're going down.
But yeah, so Ellie gets herself bit, right?
Yeah, I'm watching your stream.
Ellie's whole shtick is
You're a little late for that.
Ellie's whole shtick is that she is immune to zombie bites. And so she winds up having to, like, carve the zombie bite into, like, some kind of other scar.
Is the wrist ticking down like that, or
what?
Your ring count, I mean.
Yeah, that's because of Doom Wing.
Okay.
Doom Wing functions I get it. Doom Wing functions like it's the super form in this game. The Shadow can't get it.
There is a lot of shit in the air here for us to not be wearing our gas masks.
And now we come to our Lord and Savior,
wasn't spores.
Or Radical Highway.
Yes. Radical Highway. I remember watching I remember watching Kabata 456's Let's Play of Adventure 2. It's like, oh no, I got robbed! I got this P robbed!
What?
No.
Yeah, that was something he said in his Adventure 2 Let's Play back in the day.
Huh.
That was...
No, there's...
Kabata is probably the one...
Here's a little shimmy sequence. One of those thinly disguised loading sequences that used to be interesting back before they were lame.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Well, he asked for it. As far as the controls go, this game's trying to be more Resident Evil 5 than Uncharted. Which I suppose makes sense, but... what other resolution drop in here?
And now we get this.
Yeah.
Oh boy. These things.
Now, I don't really have any problem with the sequence that leads into Joel's death scene. It sucks. I would have rather it not happened, And if
as would many people who
all things being even, I wouldn't have minded if a crazy old Mohawk Indian from Raccoon City he decided to jump in and cause some problems, but that's not going to happen outside of my hopes and dreams, so oh, fucking hell. God damn it!
Come on.
Why is there such a delay in the sound here?
Yes! Got all 3 of them first try. May have lost a life here and there, but who cares?
At least you got it.
I used all my ammo, but at least we're alive. The thing that I have problems with is the defense of Jackson. Because the defense of Jackson is okay at first, and then it becomes fucking pathetic. Yeah, that'll help me wash off. Just let me take a random granola bar and shove that through my gas mask. That'll help me undo the zombie. Oh, who am I kidding? Silent Hill had you chugging fucking protein shakes throughout that whole game. It was like, yes, I've just been attacked
what the heck?
I've been attacked by skinless dogs. Allow me to get my pump on. That'll certainly help me cleanse these wounds.
Somehow, despite me losing a life, I ended up getting an S rank. That makes me sad. Or rather, I didn't lose a life, I just died. And now for Act 2 of Radical Highway. I actually really like this this version of Radical Highway's theme.
Hey brother, we were so close. I'm sitting outside the walls knowing I'll never see the inside of the zone. While waiting for the smuggler to show up, we heard a squad of soldiers approaching. In our panic, we ducked into this building in the hopes of hiding out from them. None of us noticed the spores until it was too late. We're all infected. We have a few hours, maybe a day at most. I hope the smuggler is still coming so that I can at least pass this note to you. I should have listened to you and come to the zone with you when I had the chance. Now it's too late. Take care, Mark.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hi,
How's
Mark.
your sex life?
Where's your ammunition?
Ow.
Yeah, no, call me a hopeless optimist and believer in the positives of humanity, but I kind of feel like the military would have this situation sorted fairly quickly, Joel!
Somehow I managed to salvage that.
Joel.
Oh, man.
How do you... Joel. Well, she climbed over. Why couldn't I? Yeah, so the defense of Jackson is kind of... It starts off great. They have this really neat shot where, because of all the giant waves of zombies that's coming towards them, and I refuse to call them by their off-brand name. Zombie is not trademarked.
Except for when Walking Dead says it is.
I can't call them zombies, that's copywriting. And no, Joel, it's not copyrighted, it's trademarked. Well, they ain't trademarked that neither.
Do you understand?
Now, if my Texas accent sounds a bit more Louisiana than usual, that's because I have more exposure to Louisiana than I do to Texas.
Aren't you from Mississippi?
Yes. And you can tell how much of a Mississippi accent I have.
Some people can tell, that I have an accent from that my home state kind of dictated my dialect, like based on how many times I pronounce the second T in certain words.
Connecticut?
Yeah, it's supposed to be Connecticut, but the way we pronounce our own state's name suggests that it is Connecticut.
So where is the plank? Do I have to go back and get that fucking... Is that the plank? Where is the plank?
Man, shut the fuck up, nerd.
Hi, Gizmo.
What the heck? Oh, God.
Yeah, I was about to say, Hey, was Jarrett in here?
Oh Jesus! Oh my God!
Gizmo jump scare. You son of a bitch.
Well, that was somewhat counterintuitive, but I suppose that worked. Perhaps it was my own stupidity
got
that
it.
did me in.
Seriously, Gizmo, that threw us off for a loop.
Oh God!
Are you a homosexual?
Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got to go in one
Fucking
specific spot. I can't just push it wherever.
Oh, I can one up. Yeah.
Fuck you!
Thank you, Nero.
Nero, I thought that was Dante.
No, that was Nero.
I'm
believe-
making fun of Adi Shankar right now.
I know. Oh. Oh man.
I'm going to jail.
What did he say?
Yeah, I need the
Last-
Doomwing to get the last as one of these. And now I have all of them.
Well, anyways.
Heavy machine gun.
So the Last of Us equivalent of a tank shows up during the zombie siege, right? And Tommy's like, "Oh shit, they're gonna
God.
breach." And so he goes to go get the flamethrowers, which, you know, that makes sense. What doesn't make sense is that they let them breach rather than concentrating all of their fire on that
You're.
big motherfucker. I want to reconfigure.
Eating my Dyson's
I want
No.
to reconfigure. I'm gonna. Okay, options.
No.
Controls.
Oh, and now I'm fighting Devil Doom.
One, two,
Someone must have tricked her to say that in another language, like
Oh my
Spanish
God.
or something.
Yeah, I'm sure. So Gizmo, we were just talking about how The Last of Us,
Yeah.
The Last of Us season 2 ended up killing off every lady's favorite, Pascal. I know.
I like it a
was
lot better
still-
than the way they did it in the games. I still don't like the fact that they did it, but at least it's not stupid like it was in the fucking games. Now, I will admit,
You mean in the game where they advertised him coming back fully?
yeah,
Yep.
I'm still wondering where the footage of Joel in the springtime comes from.
I think that comes from a flashback.
Yeah, but that flashback wasn't in the game, from what I remember. But, sorry, that there were flashbacks in the game. There just weren't that. So yeah, thankfully the bigot sandwiches sequence was not kept in. The bigot sandwiches still exist for those of you who don't know. A guy named Seth calls Ellie and Dina a couple of dykes, and I'm quoting the TV show there, Ghost of Susan Wojcicki, so please don't strike our channel. And I'm quoting the TV show there,
Bitch.
Twitch. So, you know, Jeff Bezos, please don't take my Twitch channel down. Anyways,
oh, it's on
yes,
Bezos that's looking after you.
I don't know who the... Anyways, yeah, the fucking Two Musketeers, and you didn't realize we were together. Go fuck yourself, Malik.
Two Musketeers.
Jesus Christ, Smart.
Yeah, below me.
So, Gizmo, what are your thoughts about The Last of Us as a game?
Last of Us is as much of a game as fucking, I don't know, a Jeffrey Epstein is a suicidal.
You thinking it's more of an interactive movie?
It's more of an interactive movie, if anything.
That is an
man.
entirely considering my experience with the game via my dreams from way back when. Fuck.
You know what's funny too is that I've heard that The Last of Us multiplayer is good,
Yeah, I've heard that too, but I've never gotten to experience it.
Hey guys, I think we stumbled upon an illegal cloning facility because I saw 6 more of you just back behind us.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, anyways,
Why are there... Oh, wait. I was like...
Bones of gold.
Bones what?
Oh, would you look at that? It turned into a cover shooter.
Oh, fuck, nuggets.
Okay, this is a cool phase 2.
Ow.
El Shadow, heroes rise again.
Neo Double
Obliterating everything that's not your friend.
Nothing can stop you now. No ghost to bring you down. When there's nothing left to lose. You win. Bow your head
there, I stopped you.
All hail Shadow. Anyways,
Alex, I'm thankful you remembered the lyrics to that song, but because I was like, oh, thank God somebody remembered it, because I don't.
Oh, everyone, shut up. Just shut up for a minute.
Yes.
Shut up. Shut up. Shh. There, I stopped you.
Okay.
Talking shit. You can't stop me. No, I just stopped you now.
What?
That was such a random joke.
You can't stop me. Shut up. There, I stopped you.
God damn it.
Hey.
Whatever. Well, anyways.
Because it's my United States of whatever. I don't know what it is as a kid. I always thought that was the funniest shit I ever heard. Whenever they just stopped mid-sentence to just talk about their tails.
Have you ever heard of... have you ever heard the remix United States of What a Shame?
What? They remixed it?
Oh, it's a... It's not a straight remix. It's more of a... Okay, so they took J.C. Denton's dialogue of him saying, "What a shame," and they just put it in there. It's like, it's my United States of what a shame.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah. And then they did another one for Adam Jensen. And it's my United States of I never asked for this.
You know what? That's a valid, considering none of us asked for what happened to the United States, well, in California.
Yep.
Boy.
Yeah, so they...
Oh, speaking of government, you hear?
That the Pope died?
That the government? Fucking, no. Yeah, I heard. That's not where I was going, but if you want to go to that, yeah, 88 years old.
He died on Hitler's birthday at 88.
Oof!
Good lord.
That's just a little bit funny. And I'm sorry, rest in peace, His Holiness. It's whatever.
Yeah.
Or I don't really...
Your Holiness, what are you trying to say? The Jews did it.
The Jews gave you a stroke?
You want the juice? No, not juice.
Je want the juice.
Oh.
I remember
yes,
I remember a YouTube video on this game.
Oh yeah,
the one I'm playing right now, Shadow Generations, is where for
you can see me. I hide behind this fence.
Where at first for Devil Doom they end up losing.
You can't see me because I'm leaning.
But then eventually, they end up winning. They end up winning by locking in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what would you think would be the number one thing you want to do if you're defending a city full of people against an oncoming zombie horde? What would you do? See, my
Fight.
first... Yeah, fight. Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, they fight, and they have this really neat little shot of the people in Jackson shooting lots and lots of zombies. Sure, that's cool. Why can't I see those lanterns clearly through the glass? That's odd.
Wait, why is that glowing green? You have the power to overcome great fear.
Yes. Yeah, so the first enemies outside of the...
And suddenly Shadow sees that
warehouse key.
That he can't save Maria and Gerald. They're returning back to their own time.
Oh, man.
Joel Miller, you have the ability to overcome great fear. Welcome to the Green Lantern Corps. Well, where the fuck was this 20 years ago? Where?
You want the ring? No, what? If you're gonna act like that, you can have the ring now. give me my lantern. Yes, give it to me. That the one right there. Now give it to me. Give it to me.
Seriously, guys, if you...
Oh my god.
Now, if you see
if
a
you
big
hear, if
if
you hear the Japanese version of Shadow, and note the subtle differences in his voice when he's speaking to others versus when he's speaking to Gerald and Maria, and then you hear, and Kirk ends up mimicking that very well, with his own voice. Like his voice softened so much here. It's
You come?
What? God damn it!
Nasty bitch! Nasty bitch! Get the fuck away from the mic.
And Rouge is in
oh, Jesus. Now I'm reminded of the South Park jokes.
No wonder you came up on the mic. You saw Rouge. Get away from here. You nasty hoe. You gooning motherfuck.
Hey,
so that was Shadow Generations.
Hey, Druckmann. You know what I'd appreciate right now is some Metal Gear Solid
in the South Park
sequences.
Seaman! It's Seaman! Seaman!
No one remembers him. Speaking of video games, you know how you heard the news that you heard that King of the Hill is going to be the King of the Hill revival is going to be coming this summer on Hulu, right?
Yes.
People are saying that the moment it hits Hulu, that there's going to be a King of the Hill tie-in for Fortnite, and I'm like, and I say that makes all the sense in the world.
Oh,
you know why? Because King of the Hill actually had a video game in universe where Hank Hill was the avatar, and the game, if you guys remember, was called Propane, as in Pain, and the online avatar, like I said, looks a lot like Hank Hill, but muscular, and spoke like Schwarzenegger. I'll tell you what. Taste the meat and the heat. Escúchame. I want that in Fortnite because it makes so much sense in the world.
God, these goons are fucking stupid.
Kind of like how they had the buff
and the grenades have to be propane
Peter
tanks.
in Fortnite, I think.
They have the buff Peter in Fortnite. That makes that makes sense. You also got to have freaking propane, online propane avatar Hank Hill.
Mm-hmm.
It makes so much sense in the world.
Why aren't you using... MGS3 came out like 10 years before this game. Well, 8 years before this game. MGS3 came out years before this game, and you still don't... Longing for my Metal Gear Resident Evil crossover that will never happen.
Same.
Hmm.
And it has to be Leon. I think we had enough crazy shit with Chris and his boulder punching.
I find it funny how this game is actually going out of its way to credit it at various voice direction and whatnot outside of English and Japanese. Like we got French, Italian, and then German. And I'm like, how many ways was this game dubbed? Holy hell!
Yeah.
I thought this was supposed to be hard difficulty, guys, and the AI is still dumb as bricks. Granted, they did kill me earlier, but...
Yeah, as
and yet, for some reason, they don't even credit which voice actor played which character, which is I feel like we're having that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I wish they had done that.
Come on.
Yeah, because SNK, for example, like they kind of had that period where they don't credit of the characters they played, but I think like with King of Fighters, for instance, it wouldn't be until '98 where they actually started crediting their voice actors on which characters they played.
The hell?
You're taking cover on a thing.
Well, at least they eventually did it, like back in the day.
Cover.
But like,
I need your ammo.
I
told you to get your ammo.
I do distinctly remember that
Hollywood is not doing that in the least.
Oh yeah.
I do distinctly remember that at Sonic Adventure 2 and whatnot ended up doing that at back in the day as well. So Sonic has kind of had this thing since a while.
Dragon Ball Z used to do that, where they just throw every voice actor on a list,
and then
you never know if they were doing like a weird voice, you wouldn't know who did what until you asked. Some characters, people.
I mean, hell, Persona. Persona up until 5 didn't do that for crediting. Didn't credit the English voice cast for anybody. And they only credited the Japanese voice cast.
At least they're crediting someone. Hollywood
you have to go out of your way to ask Twitter or ask random VAs on Twitter, like, "Hey, did you voice in this?" And the funny thing is that we still to this day do not know who officially voiced Ken Amada in Persona 3 and Fez. As I'm of the belief that it might have been Brienne Sedal. But I am open to anybody. Open to if anybody else was voice.
It's possible that's not their real name. That they probably didn't use their real name for it. They probably either want to be. It's possible they either want to.
That's also the thing. An alias. It's back in the day.
They either want to stay anonymous or they're going under alias. Like for example, when you remember Street Fighter.
Yeah. I remember Street Fighter 2 animated movie.
We all know Brian. With Bryan Cranston, he went under another name, and when he played a long.
Yeah, and then the same case was with the Cowboy Bebop English dub. And it wasn't until years later that we found out who was the original English voice for Naoto Shirogane, and she was like, "Yes, that was me." And I'm like, "Well, thank God we could actually." Mark that down because that's been a mystery.
Yeah, but think about it. With voice acting, video games, and anime, you're at least going to get something. Hollywood, on the other hand, they don't even bother. They don't even bother. Like I don't know. I don't remember when I talked about this. Who I talked about it with, but I remember I talked about it with someone. But from what I remember, they told me when the My Little Pony movie came out, My Little Pony the movie.
That's me every single time. And that was only on the poster.
And
but yeah, that was me every single
time
I have an opportunity to bring that up.
It was during the Ape Escape run. I think it was during the Ape Escape run you told me about that when the My Little Pony movie came up. They only had the names of the Hollywood cameos and the Hollywood guys that had smaller roles, while they did not.
Now, I will say that wasn't on the credits. The credits had everybody in it. The posters, on the other hand, and the outside of the DV box, well,
Sure, but why would you not? These are Hollywood stars. They're going to get paid regardless.
We're owned by Sony.
Why would you not credit the guys who are doing the voices for the star roles? That makes me wonder, is Kevin Conroy's name on the poster of Batman and the Mask of the Phantasm?
Let me check that.
I don't think
that was a theater movie.
I don't think
that was a movie that hit theaters.
But yeah, it's like
from what I understand, Kevin.
Yes. Go ahead.
Conroy did get like a. Oh,
nobody's name is. Oh. All right.
Well, I asked because I know Kevin Conroy had a little bit of a career in movies, but he wasn't as successful as his voice acting career. And Mark Hamill was famous for a few roles. Obviously, his Luke Skywalker role, but
yeah,
he one of his most famous voice acting roles is
the Clown Prince of Crime,
arguably the Joker. So yeah, so then why wouldn't you put either one of them on the front of the poster? They're both a starring role, after all, right next to the guy who plays the mask of the Phantasm, as well as the woman who plays the Phantasm. Why wouldn't they be on the front of the poster? They both acted in films, after all.
Jesus, either due to laziness from the studio or just straight up incompetence. Ugh.
Because think about it. They had to fight for Tails, for the Tails voice actor.
Actress Colleen Shaughnessy.
Not only to get her as Tails, but also in the credits. Well, why would you need to fight for that to begin with? That sounds like something that should have been done like right at the get-go.
Somehow we didn't alert any of these guys.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
Yeah.
So anyways, I'm going to put you in Tommy's shoes right now. You've got a big, giant, tanky-looking motherfucker running towards your wall here.
All right.
It kind of reminds me of an...
Excuse me. What do? You got to keep these zombies from getting into your city and wrecking your shit and killing your people.
Duo Deadpool and play that one fucking Madonna song while you're killing zombies with the sword.
Okay, sword option. Sword option. That's not a bad idea. Now imagine that before you had the flamethrower, you had yourself a sniper rifle, right? Jesus, some big fucking rats. Shiv.
I'm the kind of guy who brings a bludgeoning weapon with him too, though, because that if they get okay, like a sword's nice, but sometimes a bludgeoning weapon works just as fine.
Yeah.
Now, here's a problem with the way this game is made. It doesn't take nearly as long to make somebody go out if you choke them correctly. Joel's just not choking them correctly.
There was a funny bit in the Devil Artemis his video on Cell versus Cell, which is his Cell versus TFS Cell.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Yeah. You motherfucker. I'll kill you.
I'm not canon.
I'm sorry. It was the part where they were both strangling each other. Yeah. It was the part where they were both strangling each other, and then you see Homer taking notes.
Yeah. Now, what I would probably do in this case is I would tell my entire line of elite snipers to train their guns on the big motherfucker who's aiming straight for the wall.
You know, funnily enough, Aragorn ended up applying that same strategy during the Battle of
Battle of Helm's Deep? Yeah.
And telling Legolas is to kill the big guy with the giant torch, but the big guy was just too much of a fucking unit.
Mm-hmm.
Like that Uruk-hai was too stubborn to die.
Somehow I can't take that knife back, because somehow that broke it.
And I'm struggling to take seriously some of the names that the Sonic Adventure 2 tracks say. Like Skyrail's theme is called Mr. Unsmiley.
The hell?
I'm not making that up.
The hell kind of name?
Look up some of the tracks from Sonic Adventure 2 and you will realize dumb some of the titles are.
Huh.
You know, it's
some
dumb.
of them make sense. Anyway.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's dumb.
Thanks,
Gargura leaving. Gargura leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's up to HoloLive.
That is very saddening.
I really hope she's able to buy back. I really hope she's able to buy the character rights, though.
Yeah. Well, you know, the company's
given that
gonna go downhill.
Yeah.
They're getting Amelia Watson back, but they're getting Amelia Watson back, but you know that's not gonna last that long.
Oh wait, no, Amelia Watson, no, she's fine. They said Watson for a minute there.
Yeah.
I'm like, Emma Watson, boo.
No, I was like,
Who cares about Emma Watson? I don't want her in the HoloLive. Oh, Amelia Watson. Oh, no, she's different.
Then again, I feel like, the direction they're going in is not a good one.
They're going public. What does that mean exactly?
That means that they're going to be selling stock in the company.
In terms of HoloLive. Oof, yeah, no, don't do that. No,
not a good look.
You especially if you're gonna have like out of touch people trying to think that this girl's an up and comer, you know, let's buy stock because of her. And it's like,
the moment a company was going public like that, I'd be hightailing the hell out of there.
Ish.
Yeah.
Well, it can't be any worse than Ninja Sanji.
Oh man. And again, I'm like very selective with I'm very selective with some of the VTubers I watch. Like I think Nino Mae, Ines, Pekora, and Suisei. Yeah, I watched through Pekora's Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke. Oh man, many tears were had. Oh,
what was the other one? The one that the bunny girl, the one
Pekora.
Her name was no, was her name Pekora? No,
maybe. No.
The one that is like
God damn it.
Kelly,
I think it's Pekora. But Fillion's also funny.
Yeah, Fillion's like the only one I really watch.
I don't watch VTubers.
Fair enough.
Watch Fillion.
Get the fuck out of here and eat your own
hilarious.
damn hot dog. For real though, Fillion is funny. She's hella funny, especially when she gets roasted on and she has her so-called mother come over.
Oh, that's great.
It does Crony Oros, the
Korone. She's a good one.
Yeah, I did because of the meme I found. It's like helicopter, helicopter, helicopter.
What's another good
Can't
one?
believe-
There's the werewolf. I forgot what her name was. Buff Pup. Yeah, Buff Pup.
Hmm.
Buff Pup was pretty funny. There's another one that slips my mind. She's a VTuber that sometimes dresses in like
Why did these dumb motherfuckers leave
red.
weapons lying
She's supposed to be like Latina or something. But she once took a picture of her room, and I decided to mess with her, sending a super chat message saying, "Why are you showing us a picture of Asmongold's room?" And her avatar's eye started twitching. She started crying like, "That's not Asmongold's room. That's my room."
Ouch.
It was fucking hilarious. And you know what? It's not the fact that that she read the super chat. It was also the fact that she had on like a speakonia to read out for her. So everyone heard me. So everyone heard my super chat ask, "Why are you showing a picture of Asmongold's room?" And then it shows the avatar's eye just like twitch.
Like, it had an oh god moment.
Yes.
Oh man.
And I think I started a trend with her too. Like when she was talking about how she was watching, what was it? Code Geass. That's a good anime.
Yeah.
She was talking about how
Lelouch
was sounded like an adult. And I decided to send in a super chat, like, yeah, damn, it sounds like his balls dropped when he was 3. He sounds more like Kevin Conroy. And the moment when she asked, "Hey, chat, who's Kevin Conroy?" everyone lost their shit. Because they start asking more pop culture everyone started asking her more pop culture questions, and they're like, and the moment she said stuff like, "Who's that?" they're like, "What?"
I swear to God, man.
For a while, because of that, she had segments called "Edumacate Me" for like the MCU, wrestling, Dragon Ball Z.
Damn, even Dragon Ball.
I think she had one of like Persona.
Yo.
And what she did with the Edumacate Me sections, she had like a board in the background, and she would like write down stuff that people wouldn't mention. Like, oh fuck, I can't believe she wrote this down. One of the things that someone mentioned, and I know they were joking, but because she wanted to learn about wrestling, they mentioned the fucking Jesus Christ. They mentioned the coffin incident from WWE.
Oh, the Katie Vick
I
thing?
totally, yeah, like, you know, the one where it originated. I literally fucked your brains out.
Oh my god.
She did not know what that was, and she put that on the board anyway, and everyone was like, "No, no." I have no idea if she ever watched wrestling.
Oh fuck.
After that, but she had an interest. But she did end up widening her pop culture palette, I guess you could say, because she started like watching more kinds of anime, playing other types of games, watching other kind of shows, that kind of thing. And her reactions are fucking funny. Like when she started playing Baldur's Gate, she heard that you could literally strip the characters down to their bare ass. And once she removed everything off the elf guy, off the elf character, she was like, "That's his penis." She was like squealing. Because he was like, "Oh my god, penis physics, it's wiggling around."
Kind of reminds me of that one time when Maximilian Dude got eyes on Yo Video Games. We're just watching a bunch of videos online, and then
Oh, fuck. Damn it, Joel.
And then suddenly,
damn it, Alex.
They end up seeing, and as the game footage was showing, a naked dude aiming up a mountain, and yes, you could see his wang, and I'm like, oh my god.
I think it was funnier when him and his friends started playing Senran Kagura games, and every time it showed like a bit of fan service that they thought was risky, they would just pop up a picture that said no with it crossed out. Like, no.
My favorite bit was when they were playing. Go ahead.
There was this, and what's funny is that they did that with most of the Senran Kagura games, except for the third-person water gun shooter, and when they were like, when I think it was Max or someone else, but I think it was Max or something, or it was someone else, but they were like hiding behind a wall so they could pump their gun so they could reload water. And what they did was they just kept on pumping, and like the speed went faster and faster and faster. It was like super speed. They're like, "Yeah, pump that shit, pump that shit."
Oh my god!
Pump.
Suddenly you
just want to see how fast it goes.
Suddenly you hear the Colossus yell from the X-Men arcade. The funny thing is Gizmo, I think the sound Gizmo, I think the variant you were thinking of for the Colossus sound was from the original voice acting of X-Men and Arcade, not the dub where Kylie Bear voiced every dude and Mela Lee voiced every chick.
That's a jujitsu hold that Joel's doing right there.
I just like the idea that I'm like, oh
and
god,
that's the
so what
version too?
I'm like, so let me get this straight. I'd be like, so let me get this straight. In this this English version,
that was Udio Sagatame right there.
In this version of the game,
wasn't in the military.
Be like, so let me get this straight. It's so I'm like, we've got a game where every dude is voiced by one guy and every chick is voiced by one lady.
Oh.
You fell into our trap.
Nothing moves the blob.
Oh yeah, Kylie Bear.
Go?
Oh yeah, Kylie Bear does.
He's right behind us. We just shot him in the face.
Oh yeah, Gizmo. Kylie Bear does mimic that delivery. Nothing moves the blob.
Yeah, but the blob sounded like he was like on opioids or something. Like, nothing moves the blob. No, in the actual Pride of the X-Men pilot, he sounded like he meant business. Oh, nothing moves the blob. And then when he sounded dumb was when Nightcrawler teleported away. Where'd he go?
Nightcrawler. It's dipshit. Just add Nightcrawler.
Be a jackass. Play as Nightcrawler.
No, I don't.
And Wolverine in Pride of the X-Men sounding very bizarre. She's just a kid.
This kind of thing right here is really telling me. Well,
I think that was the same voice actor that voiced as Wolverine and Spider-Man and his Amazing Friends.
Yes, he is. Now, if anybody, if Abby's,
what's funny is the guy who voiced Wolverine in Pride of the X-Men voiced the Thing in Spider-Man the Animated Series, the 90s one specifically.
Really?
Needs to be mad at her dad.
Yeah, apparently so.
US Army.
But was that the same guy who voiced the thing in the Fantastic Four original cartoon? 90s.
I don't know, because I do know the guy. Let's see.
Because that's my thing. That's my cartoon thing. My movie thing is got to be the Chiklis.
Michael Chiklis, yeah.
Michael Chiklis, yeah.
Oh no, Josh Brolin is dead.
It's like they had the voice of the thing down to like simple science. Like, just sound like you got rocks in your throat. All right. Oh, I'm the thing. I'm the thing. It's clobbering time. Oh, my sweet Aunt Petunia.
Let's hope that the Fantastic Four movie is good.
I hope so too,
it's
man.
Probably not.
That's just one problem. That's just one big problem it has. That let's add in female surfer. Oh, cool. The girl who only appeared in 5 fucking issues.
It was 6, but I refuse to call her female Silver Surfer because she is quite clearly Chrome.
Everything's Chrome in the future.
That's 5 or 6 issues too few.
And I'm like, when I saw that female Silver Surfer, I'm like, why is Dural from Virtual Fighter here?
Oh my god.
I'm more disturbed at the fact that, okay, the thing not having his gravelly voice, it's like...
I mean, you can make that...
take it or leave it, but like...
Why
is Johnny Storm not... Why is Johnny Storm... Well, but here's the thing. Why is Johnny Storm not a adventurous-seeking, like, lady flirting hothead?
Kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing son of a gun.
That's what Johnny Storm is. Why would they not do that with him? Have him flirt with the girls, man. Have him, like, wink at them. Have them, like, do a little tongue click. What's up?
I mean, we haven't seen much of Johnny in the trailers.
Just a little what's up.
You know what I want to see?
Dude, at least
I want to see him be Joey Tribbiani, but he can burst into flames, you know? Tell me somebody gets that reference.
I don't.
Joey Tribbiani?
Hey, how you doing?
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you're going with? Okay.
In terms of being a fucking flirt, sure.
Joey's more subtle, dude.
He literally goes up and he'll say, hey.
Compared to Johnny Storm. Johnny Storm will go up. If a girl has a cigarette, Johnny Storm will just snap his fingers and offer to light it with his fingers. Joe, on the other hand, will try and flirt with her, give a one-liner about how she's smoking hot and smoking at the same time, and then offer to buy her lunch, and then say, oh, I'm buying my own, thanks. And then somehow still sleep with the girl.
Man, your buddy is
Johnny, on the other hand,
piece of work. That is a real swift Muay Thai knee there, a real good tiger knee there for somebody who supposedly wasn't in the military.
It's too bad that cafe doesn't exist. You would have thought someone would have made an exact replica of the cafe from Friends.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way.
Okay.
So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Jobs a joke.
You love life's DOA. Feels like you're always stuck in second
gear.
Cause it hasn't been your day, a week, your month,
or even your year. I'll be there for you.
When the rain starts to fall,
I'll be there for you. Holy shit.
Been there before.
Yeah, why didn't we get a Blu-ray?
Yeah, the funny thing is,
they got a fucking 4K for that show.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Yeah.
Why didn't we get a Blu-ray 4K again?
Wow, you are monumentally dumb. What the fuck are you two doing? I expected you to kill this guy. It's up to the men to do all the real work.
Men.
Always the men.
You know, it's funny how
brick at this guy's head, and he decides.
For the longest time, I've wanted to get people to sing that with me.
Yeah, you can't really do that considering the syncing with online shit.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, but also, it's a thing that needs 3 people at most.
In the same room. In the same room, it works best. If we do it here, it's going to sound really different to each other.
Yeah, it's hard to be in sync.
Yeah, we could be in sync, but then it's like we put it out there, and then we look at the live footage. It's like, nah, we're not even, and it's like a guy's like a half minute behind or some shit.
Yeah, even with post editing and try to get that in sync, though. On the other hand, oh man. I remember one thing from Yo Video Games when they were playing Dead or Alive Extreme and they were betting their monies on the jackpot. And yeah, when we got Kenny's famous 21! Suck my dick! Suck my dick! Yeah!
Suck my dick!
21!
Suck my dick!
21! Let it rock!
To think that would end up becoming one of their various part of their soundboard.
Oh, that's still one of my favorites. 21!
And then we had, and every time we had in the Resident Evil 6 playthrough that they did, there was a part where anytime Derek P. Simmons gets brought up, unfortunately, since one of them happens to also be named Simmons, they're like, okay, what?
Gene and or Richard.
Simmons is a funny motherfucker.
It wasn't her. It was Simmons. Slander, lies. But Alex, you and I know this very well. I think their best Resident Evil 6 joke is: you start to play Resident Evil 6, you hammer the buttons and
wiggle the sticks. Yep. That's that game in a
Congratulations, you just described the fucking QuickTime event of Chris punching boulders.
Hey, at least something interesting is happening there.
You start to play Resident Evil 5.
You're punching a boulder.
You punch in the boulders.
He didn't even break or crack the damn thing. He's punching it just to try and move it. Who does that?
Chris motherfucking Redfield, that's who.
Hang on.
That's like saying, hey. That's like saying, make the donut.
Tess is wearing a fucking pink vest jacket thing. Just like Claire.
Jacket thing.
She's got the fucking ponytail. Oh my god. Neil Druckmann, you wanted to make a Resident Evil 2 game, didn't you? Or a Fall of Raccoon City game, didn't you? And you reused all your character designs.
I would not want him to do Resident Evil 2.
Please.
I don't want him pitching any Capcom game.
I would rather we just settle with who we got for the remakes.
He'll probably put himself as a self-insert in his own fucking project, like the guy who did the Powerpuff Girls did.
Adi Shankar will do that. Adi Shankar will do that for us.
Oh joy! And we talked about Devil May Cry yet?
Oh, we don't have to talk about Devil May Cry anymore. We've talked about that plenty.
Yeah, we've talked about that plenty last.
Oh, you mean like how Raccoon City is in the same universe as Devil May Cry?
Oh yeah, that's
like
the thing
in the
now.
games.
Yeah.
Or that they, for some odd reason, decided to bring the chick from Devil May Cry 2 in the mix.
Lucia.
I mean, it was just like a cameo.
Yeah. Oh, hi, Ellie.
I mean, who you about?
Lucia, aka that one campaign, and that I think everybody decided to skip because Devil May Cry 2 is
terrible.
Yeah.
I think someone's trying to make a mod of the game where the game is actually challenging.
Mod. Yeah, there's a cheat engine mod for that game. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it makes it playable.
Yeah.
in case anyone's wondering why it seems like I'm standing around at times, I am making sure I know for a fact where I'm going in order to get all these chests. So yeah. Feel free to call me a cheater all you want. I don't care.
Cheater. 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 Cheater.
Oh yeah.
Cheater. Cheater. Cheater.
I gotta mention this before I forget again. So there's this really cool shot of all the brass that's fallen down out of the rifles and stuff after during the siege of Jackson, right? And it's neat. Like you see the people's feet and the brass bumping around. The problem is in the next shot, the brass is all gone in the wide shot. And I kind of feel like, somebody who is ex-military, like Tommy, would have brass catchers or makeshift brass catchers on all of his guns, because that's a fucking safety
brass
hazard.
Catchers?
Oh, did you know what a brass catcher is?
No, it sounded like you were about to say press catcher.
Oh, no, it's the thing that it's like a bag or a box with padding inside or something, so that you catch the shells coming out of that looks like a Jackson Hewitt sign. Done in the impact font. Who needs the quickie mark?
Man.
Yeah.
Should I make a Disney Girls tier list?
Sure.
Maybe.
Something that really bugs me about the Last of Us TV show is the fact that the girl they have playing Abby looks exactly like Ashley Eckstein.
Oh God.
Excuse me?
She looks like Ellie. She looks exactly like Ellie.
Actually, who? Did you say Epstein?
Johnson. Johnson. Eckstein plays Ahsoka Tano. Never mind. Anyways, Ashley Johnson.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I thought I said actually Epstein for a second there. I'm like,
no,
what the
Epstein.
fuck?
Where do our minds often go? Aside from the gutter?
Hell.
Barbed wire across the center section, this thing. Not even barbed wire. Just wire. Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Why even put up a fence?
Yeah.
That's a U-Haul. They call it a U-move.
Why use your sword in Devil May Cry 2 and guns are the safer or more practical option?
Guns are
more boring option. Fun.
Yes, they're safer because then I don't have to make physical contact with bosses that could kill you in a single hit.
Those don't exist.
Yes, they do.
I've never been insta-killed by a boss in Devil May Cry 2.
Well, I've been very much close to that happening.
In Devil May Cry 2?
Yes.
You'd be surprised.
2.
If anything,
Yes.
that game's too fucking easy.
It is too easy. That's
It is
not
too
helping
easy.
the fact that
that's the thing about that game. You could literally kill one boss. You could kill one boss, the demonic helicopter, with nothing but your pistols.
And the fact that the guns were overpowered, and even the people they brought on board to help finish the game it was very evident. But thankfully, the people they did bring in to help finish DMC 2 redeemed themselves with DMC 3.
Oh, thank God. Yeah.
The only thing I could say about DMC 2 was that the final boss was pretty okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem is apparently Devil May Cry 2 had a kind of a rough development time.
Yeah.
And they didn't have a competent director until like the last 25% of development.
Jesus, yeah. Yeah, I think when Itsuno came in, like we're like, we can work. Let's just finish DMC 2. We'll worry about DMC 3 later. Yeah.
All right. It's one of those puzzles.
All right, it's Morbin time, guys.
Oh boy.
Just imagine every time Shadow activates the Doom Wing, suddenly you hear him go, "It's Morbin time."
Oh, fuck off.
And then he proceeds to morb all over the place.
You know what? I'm a more into this other subject, and that's the comic book universe battles database, in which we look over every man, woman, child, elder, and every reptilian, nose hair, and tomato there is that's submitted in here. And let's see here. Okay. This is interesting.
What do we got?
Okay. It's a very interesting cast of characters that have been added. Let me see here. We talked about that. Okay. And the first one is Kecleon from Pokemon.
Ooh,
Okay.
Kecleon.
Ooh.
Kecleon is in case anybody's wondering, in case anybody who hasn't played past Gen 1, an Alex.
I played Gen 2.
Yeah, you
I
streamed
didn't
Gen
like
2.
it, but I played it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Natsu Tsukushima from Ultimate Marvel.
Interesting.
Elora Danan, or however you pronounce it, from Willow. Jade Claymore from Willow. Matangi from Moana 2.
Now I remember this scene.
Ooh.
I remember this
Aaron
scene
Fisher
from the TV show, and it had very odd editing. In fact, the TV show just has very odd editing in general. Like there's a bunch of really awkward audio cuts. It's not Devil May Cry. No, I don't actually, because I was about to say it's not like Devil May Cry. It's the way they pan the audio. So what they do is they'll cut to like a really hard section. They'll make a really hard cut to something, and then they'll change where the audio is, and it's disorienting. It's fine. I'm glad that they have that kind of attention to detail, but a bit of smoother editing would have made things like a little bit better, you know, less more tolerable, you know. Sorry, please continue, Gizmo.
Aaron Fisher, Captain America of the Railways from Avengers Academy, Marvel's voice. Francis Neagley from Reacher.
Oh, from
Princess
the TV show?
Kit. Yep, exactly. The TV show. Princess Kit Tantalos from Willow, not Widow, Willow. Bronze from Marvel Comics, Exceptional X-Men.
As opposed to the astonishing or uncanny X-Men.
The astonishing,
they're all
uncanny,
different.
The ultimate, the all new,
they're all different X-Men series. Soraya Bevis from WWE.
Huh.
Ling Wu from Ally McBeal. She's hot, man. SSGT Park from Aliens Fireteam Elite. Lunch Rush from
My Hero?
My Hero Academia Smash. Moogles from Final Fantasy. They were added now? Okay. Ravio.
Oh my god, it's a quick time
Ravio
event.
from The Legend of Zelda.
Oh no.
Anti-Vigilante Task Force from Marvel's Daredevil Born Again.
I've got
Egg
all of that now. If anybody wants to watch it.
Egg
to
Shen
watch
from
it.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Ooh.
Joe Miller from Philadelphia. Happy Mask Salesman from The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Black Market Chow from Sonic Adventure. Professor Pericles from Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Hawkeye Charlie Ramsey from Ultimate Marvel Comics. Zato from Power Rangers Dino Fury. Lionheart from Marvel Comics. Guardian of Metal from Brutal Legend. And since Brutal Legend's literally, every metalhead, take a guess what this one's. This one's voice acted by
Lemmy
Black.
Kilmister?
Ozzy Osbourne.
It had to be.
Ozzy.
It had to be either Lemmy or
Where the
Ozzy.
fuck did you find her? Volo from Pokemon. And lastly, Rusty Slugger from Rusty's Real Deal Baseball. That one, I don't expect you guys to know who that is if you didn't have a 3DS.
I was going to say that was a free game for the DS, wasn't it? So you had to
free-ish.
Yeah,
free-ish. Yeah, so what it was is that this was the one and only game, for all I know, in existence that actually incentivizes you to keep on playing so you can keep on earning coupons that would actually deduct the price of every digital game you buy.
Oh, wow.
Right? So, let's say one of the games that he's selling is $5. You have the chance to play one of the games and do so good of a job that you get multiple coupons. So you use a $75, a 5% off coupon, and then a $2 off coupon, and then a $3 off coupon until it's 3 cents, 74 cents or something.
Yeah.
You have the option to either keep going or to just buy as it is. It's a one of a kind game. You'll never. I don't think I will ever see it outside of the 3DS.
Yeah,
it's a good game too. It's a good bunch of mini games.
Oh yeah, I remember having fun with it.
Oh yeah, and let's see the comic book universe battles. Let's see here. Results from the last one: Archer versus Link versus Legolas Greenleaf. Archer wins by 1 vote. Laurie Strode versus Sarah Connor. Sarah Connor wins by 5 votes. Princess Leia Organa versus the Swimmer Aliens. Princess Leia Organa wins by 4 votes. Jack Trevin versus Simon Gruber. Jack Trevin wins by 3 votes. Lord Zed versus the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Lord Zed wins by 5 votes. Maureen Epps versus Crystal May Creasy. Maureen Epps wins by 2 votes. The Chitauri versus the Parademons. Parademons win by 1 vote. Captain Carter, What If versus Miles Mayhem. Captain Carter wins by 4 votes. Zilla versus Zilla Jr. Zilla Jr. wins by 2 votes. Taskmaster versus Mystique. Taskmaster wins by 2 votes. And in terms of battles going on right now, rated battles. Francis Neagley versus Nina from Bulletproof Monk. Dash Rendar versus Deacon. Carol Danvers versus Dr. Eggman. April O'Neil versus Mandy from Totally Spies. Hakumen versus Blade from Red Earth. The Sailor Scouts versus the Wrecking Crew. Nancy Wheeler versus Aaron Harson. And for tournament battles, Hibiki Kohaku versus Jinx from Arcane. Specifically Arcane.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And the featured one the battle that's getting the most attention is Sailor Scouts versus the Wrecking Crew.
The Wrecking Crew.
And the fantasy draft is still going on at this moment. And just remember, guys, if you want to get the chance to make an account and draft your team, you better do it as soon as possible because the draft ends on May 3rd, and then the draft fight, and then the draft competitions will start immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And just to give you a reminder on what the selections are, you have to have one comic book leader, one horror slasher, one pop culture lawyer, one anime overpowered protagonist, one science fiction explorer, one fantasy wizard, one video game merchant, one cartoon gag character, one professional wrestler, and one chef.
Mm-hmm.
And they've also announced who's ready and who isn't. Let's see here. I think I was on that list. Yep, there you go. I mentioned right there. Okay, so the guys who are ready are as follows: Movie Brat, Mercenary Blade, Johnny Chaney, Gizmo Hibiki, yours truly, Vice City Mobster 86, CT, Borat's Two Gun Kid, Rakai Thway, Venom 2009, Broadway Beyonder, Z451, and Macklemore. The guys who are not ready, but are part of the but have an account are Tyrannoraptor, Riot Gear, Super Saiyajin Russ, Pay, Jarrett 91, D Skills, Fox, Michael Lovecraft, Magnamax, Dr. Manhattan 88, and the Phenomenal One. So yeah, there's a ton of them that are not ready yet, and we're still waiting on Alex since Jared's in here now.
I mean, I have an account. I just haven't done anything because I've been busy. I've been working on the second Devil May Cry video.
Oh, the one that's going to open with, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Yes. Oh man. Yeah. Meanwhile, I finally, been messing with KOF 2002 Unlimited Match, and oh boy, fuck Omega Rugal.
Yeah.
Omega Rugal. Oh, Omega Rugal.
And the fact you only get one shot at him.
I am not sorry that I had to resort to cheating, because fuck that piece of shit, Omega Rugal, because I was going through a regular vanilla KOF 2002, and
you have to have a very specific team to easily take him down.
Yeah, I think when I resorted to using Robert, K-Dash, and Whip. K-Dash was my last resort, and I just kept spamming his quarter circle punch and then light kick, where he shoots a little.
Okay,
there are plenty of.
He does like it.
I can steal them.
Yeah.
Full name is K-Dash.
Yeah, I don't. He does. He shoots out the little pyrokinesis with his kick. Shot. Like, I kept spamming that and just maintaining my distance away from Rugal. And
I thought he was called K. I didn't know he was called K-Dash.
Yeah, even in Japan,
I got some
that's his actual name in a lot of the Japanese sites I looked at. Yeah, he's referred to as K-Dash.
Now, Ellie.
Yeah, everyone just says.
Gonna show you how to use
a
secret weapon, duct tape.
I just called him K.
Yeah, and then there's Angel, the one,
Damn!
That's Angel, yeah, that is with a specific way. It's like, Angel. Yeah. I thought it was Angel, but then it's Angel.
Fun fact: when SJWs got mad that Angel was going to be a part of a modern KOF title, SNK responded by just making her tits bigger on release.
And then they gave her that super. I mean, have anyone ever seen her level 3 super? So make sense.
Okay, there we go. That's the haha I was looking for. But yeah. Oh man,
that first one was creepy.
I know. I was like, I hit the wrong one by accident. But hey.
What was that from? Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion?
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Apparently, yeah.
I'd rather take Spooky because that's an actual scary game.
Yes, it is.
But
God damn it.
Oh yeah.
So Oh, now. So, Gizmo. Oh, since you have more than likely you've seen the 03 Titan in show, which season of that series would you say is the best, and which one would you say is the weakest? Season 1 is the Robin, and where
one where Robin crashes out.
Well, aside from that, he also where we also are introduced to Slade and whatnot. Season 2 is the quote-unquote Judas contract season.
Oof. They handled that better than the actual Judas contract.
I don't know about that because...
You really think that it was better for...
Alec...
You really think that it was better than... You really think that Tara making out with Slade is better than what we had here?
Let me explain in what I mean. I mean the fact that Tara's betrayal in that show feels very random. Him and Sutton, and where she's like, "Oh, I'm totally good friend, and I'm totally part of your team now, guys." And suddenly, Beast Boy just turns around and he's like, "Wait, Tara, what's going on? Oh, by the way, I'm betraying you now." And then he's like, "Well, that's kind of sort of bad."
Oh man!
If you're wondering, that joke is from Doug Walker's review of Transformers Dark of the Moon.
I'd rather have this version than the actual Judas contract.
I know. I understand that. And
I don't want
my version of
Tara making out with Slade.
The version of Tara that I've been writing, that I've written for my Judas contract story is more based off of her personality from the 03 show. Though because I ended up of having an established relationship with Gar and Raven, and for that time period in the story, I didn't want to break them up for the sake of this, so I had to pair Tara up with somebody else.
All right, kind of like Kenpachi.
And anybody who has read my Judas contract story already knows.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who hasn't, well, I implore you to hazard a... Then again, I'm sure...
Don't tell me what to do. Hey. Anyone excited that Marvel Rivals is actually getting more traction?
Yeah,
first released.
The or as some people like to call
it was always getting big traction. I don't know what it was
Gooner game.
Why do you like it so much? Why don't you actually just look at?
Don't even get me started when people were shitting on making a big fuss when Mai was coming to SF6. Like, I don't play Street Fighter. Mai the goon or shit. I'm like, oh my god.
You totally are a video gamer.
If you don't like it, don't play it.
These are the kind of people who just got in and they want to change the hobby.
Yep.
Yeah. This is the reason those kind of people are the reason why people are starting to gatekeep now.
Yep.
Here's the thing, and this is what I always say: gatekeeping is only effective if you let it be. The Last of Us fandom, if they don't
fandom?
like what exactly. But the simps that the second game has can suck my fucking balls if they think that game is good.
It's not.
Keep me out of your gates. I dare you. I don't want in.
You're telling it's not even a good story. You're telling me you went through all that trouble, killed all the men, killed all the women, killed all the people younger than you for that matter, and decided that to leave the one last person responsible for killing your father figure because oh, he wouldn't let me do this.
Well, imagine
killed your
also
father
that
figure.
if Abby had been a couple of minutes earlier, she would have gotten killed too.
Oh, fuck Abby. God damn. Fuck Abby with that same golf club she used.
In the game.
So and she's not as buff in the show as she is in the game, which makes sense because
real women don't look like what Abby does.
Oh no, there are real women who look like that. They just happen, they tend to be named Gina Carano.
Oof.
Ah!
Not that.
Oh God.
Or China
Not
in
or
her
China.
prime anyway.
Yeah. Or Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot's look pretty good and look pretty
Or
pretty up,
lean beef patty.
Lean beef patty.
Yeah, but
hash.
I'm more. Yeah, but those people still look feminine in a way.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, well, Abby looks like somebody took a woman's head and pasted it onto my body in the game.
Yeah, I don't think they got the memo that not all women look like Nina Lawless. Don't ask me how I know that name.
Who?
Yeah.
Don't ask me how I know that name. Don't ask me who that is. Don't look her up. Fuck. I better not hear keyboards.
I'm kidding.
No.
Tongue piercing. Yeah, she's got a fucking tongue piercing, all right.
Oh. Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ, those are some fake fucking jugs.
You what I tell you? What did I just tell you?
To not do the thing.
Gizmo, I started
tried to warn you.
I started looking that up before I heard you say that, so I was already like what the fuck is this?
What did I tell you, you saggy bitch?
This is not
you quillless hedgehog.
Sadly, this is not
you stale Oreo
thing that Fever Dream Director's Cut. Her darkest thoughts are about to awaken on the narrow frontier between sleep and death. Sounds like it might be an interesting movie. She has a beer cozy with boobs on it. That's a wet t-shirt. A wet t-shirt. Excuse me. U.S. Navy vet full-time MILF. What?
Excuse me?
Yeah, no. Oh, that's what it says. That's what her Twitter bio says.
Just do a palate cleanser and look up Hitomi Tanaka. Yeah, I'm aware you know who that is, but I'm aware you know who Hitomi is, but it's a palate cleanser. It's a palate cleanser.
This is not the worst. This is not the worst thing I've fucking seen. I've seen fucking I've seen Zoe Quinn naked. That wasn't exactly what I'd call. Where do I need to go?
It may not be the worst, but it's the oddest thing.
Yeah.
If not one of.
I've also seen
progressive.
Do you know those illegal breast implants she got, right?
Those are illegal?
Okay, yeah. So Zoe Quinn had a Kickstarter for a Chuck Tingle game, right? And Dr. Tingle has apparently neither seen head nor hair.
What?
Dr. Tingle so Chuck Tingle, she put together a Kickstarter to make a Chuck Tingle adventure game based on Chuck Tingle's books, quote unquote. And apparently Dr. Tingle has neither seen hide nor hair of that game, and Zoe Quinn went out of the country to buy some illegal breast implants not long after the not long after the Kickstarter happened. And
people, and she wants people to believe her sob story.
Yeah, and not only. Can I take these? Oh, field ops log. So, M254E operations log. 1808 arrived at grid 2438A, negative contact at LZ, move control towards city center, negative contact at 9, negative fucking contact at 1018. 1112, private Atwater reports visual sound contact, stage 2 cordyceps infection near collapsed office building, move to investigate multiple infected contacts. Atwater, Shaw, and Coolidge, KIA. Okay.
Huh.
But yeah, so the breast implants she got are something called string serum implants, which are perpetually swelling breast implants.
Oh, sound weird.
Yeah. Yeah, they essentially create... They cause the body to get inflamed and to fill the implants forever until they eventually cause you to have a heart attack and not be able to breathe because they cause immense pressure on your chest.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh,
I can already hear
dear God.
I can already hear Jack Nicholson from Anger Management. What is your position on breast implants?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Did you know Charlie Sheen was in a TV show version of that movie?
Why was that ever a show?
Good question.
I don't get it. Like some movies should just stay movies.
Yeah. Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Oh.
Tomoe Naga.
Oh, man, no. Lethal Weapon had actual potential. The guy from My Wife and Kids as Murtaugh. Yeah, that makes so much sense.
Fucking mustache as Riggs. Riggs never had a mustache. You're not gonna replace Mel Gibson.
You can't properly.
Replace Danny Glover.
You can't properly, represent these characters the way your guys are acting. Jesus Christ. And let's not forget the fact that Lethal Weapon either had a lot of miniatures or a lot of actual collateral damage just for the sake of the movie.
Oh, yeah.
They actually blew up an entire parking lot building, for God's sake, just in the opening of, I think, the third movie, or was it the second movie?
Yeah, I think it was the third movie. I remember they got in trouble with Warner Brothers. Just a little bit.
Warner Brothers be like, guys, what the hell did you do?
That's not in the budget. Fuck your budget.
We told you not to go this far, man. What the fuck?
Lethal Weapon.
Fuck your budget. We're making one of the greatest buddy cop films of all time.
And I think it was because of Lethal Weapon. It was the first time I actually heard anyone refer to armor-piercing bullets as cop killers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Armor-piercing bullets? Yeah, cop killers. It's like, people call them that? Huh.
Well, cops wear body armor.
Yeah, but, like, who else wouldn't if they already bought a gun?
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
It's like buying a sword and you don't get the scabbard. It kind of it should really come with it. You mean shield? Yeah. I know what I said.
Mm-hmm.
Man, what other movies that turn into TV shows? Stargate? That actually turned out really well.
Yeah, Stargate did really well, but that was because they did... See, Lethal Weapon took the plot of one movie and tried to stretch it out to an entire season of TV rather than saying, hey, we're Riggs and Murtaugh, we're gonna do a thing. We're fucking awesome. We're gonna go off on continuing adventures. You could have literally just picked up from where Lethal Weapon 4 ended with with the kids and with Riggs, Riggs and his wife and Murtaugh's kids growing up. Pretend that, do what Superman Returns did and pretend that a bunch of time hasn't passed. Pick up right where that happened, and then we can go, okay, hey, buddy cop adventures. Or you could remake the first. You could remake the plots of the first four movies, of the four movies rather, as the.
They could have actually stretched it out a bit, you know, like having each season be like one movie. That could have worked, sort of like its own version of 24.
Oh yeah, you could do it. I believe you can do it.
But I don't think they had the right writers for that, as what I'm thinking.
No. Like give me the opportunity to do it. I could probably do that for you fairly well, but that's me. I'm a fucking Lethal Weapon fanboy, always have been.
Can we stop like picking like randos from Hollywood and get some new blood, for God's sake?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's in this instance, they should have picked randos, some up and comers, you know, guys whose only experience was, I don't know, fucking stage plays.
Hey, that's me. I mean,
or,
I've been,
you know,
I've been
fucking
in movies, but...
Broadway. Stuff like that. Sort of like the same thing they did with House and Hotel. They got Broadway singers to sing. They should have done the same thing here with Lethal Weapon, because a lot of our good Hollywood actors and actresses are sadly aging out.
Well, hire a martial artist to play Riggs. Hire somebody who's got those skills that Riggs is supposed to have.
Right, but you should also. But if they don't have the right kind of acting chops, or at least so funny it's good acting chops, it's not going to bode well.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking like find a modern day,
because not everyone is a Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Yeah, find.
Not everyone's a Schwarzenegger either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what other movies have been turned into TV shows? There was rumors that they were going to make a kids cartoon based off the Alien franchise. I don't know how you're going to do that.
Well, that wound up being canceled, but they used the test footage for the Alien
the Toy Line?
Colonial Marines TV show. Yeah, Toy Line, yeah.
Ah, man.
You know. Oh, I
really
remember.
I know that would have been shitty, but my curiosity makes me want to know how that would have been pulled off.
Does anybody remember Ozzy and Drix?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I remember Ozzy and Drix. That was made so well. So many diseases, so many. You could have made so many episodes with so many diseases, so many fucking sicknesses, like growing up, or like maybe there's some. Like something like a house situation where only they can figure it out, but it's like instead of like doctors, it's like policing your body. Man, that they should have kept going with Ozzy and Drix. Lost potential.
Mm-hmm.
And actually a good movie too. I don't see why people bitch about. Oh yeah, okay, live action, but fucking who cares?
I mean, more people. And then again, they also had Chris Rock.
I think he worked well enough. Rock. He worked well enough.
Yeah, I know. And for the show, we instead of David Hyde Pierce and Chris Rock, we had Jeff Bennett and Phil Lamar.
Phil Lamar was all right.
Yeah, he was all right.
Yeah.
The one Ozzy and Drix episode that sticks out of my mind is when the kid got that corn dog.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god damn it!
Because I don't know why. I don't know. I don't know what went through their mind. So I don't know if you guys.
Because one bite takes him out.
I don't know if any of you other guys has watched Ozzy and Drix before, but
somewhat.
Unlike the movie, unlike the movie, this took place inside of a young preteen's body.
Kid, yeah, that's because the kid ended. That's because Ozzy and Arsenal all ended up on a case where they ended up getting out of the guy's body, which I presume him to be Bill Murray. Japanese character.
Yeah.
Turn into a kid's body.
That makes only so much sense, but yeah, that sounds about right. I think they explained it in the intro too. Guy sneezed, the germs went inside the kid's body, and then there's the TV show.
Yep.
Yeah.
What else was there? I don't think they turned Terminator into a cartoon. They turned RoboCop into a cartoon. That was weird. That was kind of funny. The fact that they did that at all.
RoboCop was also a primetime show too.
No one really remembers that though. I think it was playing on Sci-Fi last I heard.
I can't remember.
They called it old. Some people just called it old RoboCop because that was when his body was aging.
Mm-hmm.
Really? RoboCop's body was aging?
Yes. Well, more like the skin on his body was aging.
Okay, that makes a bit more sense.
What else was there? They turned Rambo into a cartoon. I did not understand that. I did not understand that in the least. How you could make Rambo of all movies into a cartoon?
Was that called the Rambo Commandos?
No, just Rambo.
Odd.
What else was there? I know there was other movies that turned into cartoons or TV shows.
I mean, back in the day, the Spider-Man, and back in the day, people ended up.
Yeah, Spider-Man was not.
No, I'm talking like some. I think the Raimi Man movie ended up turning into the New Adventures of Spider-Man at some point.
No,
Yes.
not even close.
Yes, it did.
The New Adventures of Spider-Man.
Yes. It was to follow the Raimi, the first
The
Raimi
MTV
film.
show?
Yeah,
Yes.
the CG show. Like, you can even tell. I mean, even the same.
I did
plot,
not
but
see Raimi's fingers in that at all, dude. Dude, he was in college,
Dude,
wasn't
it's
he?
kind of obvious.
Yeah, I mean he was in college in the
Yeah, it was, and this entire show is him in college.
Yeah, and he was in college in Spider-Man 3.
2.
I'm just and 2.
No, he was still in college in 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
He had what, 2, 3 love interests in that one?
Yeah.
Let me think. Yeah, first one was Mary Jane. Second one was
It's an Asian
still
girl,
Mary
I
Jane,
remember that.
and then Gwen Stacy showed up in 3. I think there was, and then there was that time Peter was crashing
I think Blade?
out, Black Suit, where he did.
I believe there was like a TV show based off the Blade movie.
Yes, starring Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good.
Sticky Fingers.
Sticky Fingers, yes.
Sticky Fingers.
No, not the Stan Sticky Fingers.
I can't tell you. They killed me.
Fingers.
Or the dub, Zipperman.
Jesus. I'm not gonna lie.
Ray Chase
when
made
it came
that sound good.
When it came to Bruno's Japanese voice, I'm so used to what's his face, Noriaki Sugiyama voicing him as opposed to Yuichi Nakamura.
Yuichi Nakamura's voice fit him way better.
Yeah. Then again, there were some Japanese voices for the JoJo characters I like in All-Star Battle over their anime voices. Like one of my favorite ones was Wataru Hatano as Josuke, because when he does the stand cry, it's like, oh
I kind of prefer Romy Park as Ko.
Yeah. Yeah, there was like not only aside from Wataru Hatano, who I liked as Josuke, but I miss Miyuki Sawashiro as Jolene.
Same.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Like, I would have preferred her and Kira Buckland as the duo to take on the Stone Ocean dub, rather than Stone Ocean in anime.
Yeah, because I remember talking to Kira Buckland about it, and it's like, she pretty much set the bar on like how Jolene should be done. It's like, goddamn.
Yeah, it's like the bar was so high that they're like, yeah, no, can't get anybody other than her.
Which is why I was like kind of genuinely kind of underwhelmed with All-Star Battle R's voice acting, because like it just like there were some actors that definitely sound like they never missed a beat, like Kazuyuki Okitsu as Jonathan. Like the man still got it after all these years.
Yep. Wish Johnny Young Bosch could reprise his role.
Yeah.
Jonathan.
And like Daisuke Ono, like his Jotaro has evolved ever since like the original All-Star Battle. Like when he came to the Oras, like
the games was when he debuted as Jotaro.
Yeah, and eventually apparently it was said that he ended up having to audition to
reprise the anime.
Yeah, because like him alongside Sho Hayami were like the two that got to reprise their roles, aside from Koyasu as Dio. But Vanilla Ice was a weird case, because Sho Hayami, while he doesn't play Vanilla Ice in the original All-Star Battle, instead he played Enrico Pucci. As strange as that was.
Yeah, and honestly, I kind of prefer Hayami's voice for Pucci over Tomokazu Seki.
Yeah.
Because all I can imagine with Seki's voice as Pucci is
I'm every time when I listen to it, I kept thinking of either Gilgamesh or Mitsunari.
Yeah, Gilgamesh was more what I was thinking.
And there was also
that's the only character I can imagine with either his English or Japanese. Because as David Vincent is amazing in Gilgamesh.
Yeah.
Yes, he
is. And Seki is also really good as the golden douchebag.
And let's see.
That jump is taken directly from Nathan Drake.
And don't forget, there was that weird odd time in Eyes of Heaven, Joji Nakata voiced him.
That was also an interesting voice direction for the character.
Yeah. I think, but I remember when Eyes of Heaven came out, they mostly got all the anime VAs from parts 1 to 3 to come back, but kept some of the original All-Star Battle VAs.
Well, that's because that's because at that point, Stardust Crusaders was the latest.
Oh, true.
It's it.
It
is part to have gotten
I know
adapted.
All-Star Battles is great and all, but I miss Heritage of the Future.
Yeah. It's like I had to imagine someone within the JoJo team for when it came to developing those games. Somebody cared about getting some of the older VAs to come back.
Yeah, Oh, so I guess something Dragon Ball. Did anyone mention Sparking Zero's DLC?
Not yet.
I'm like,
okay, cool. You got some Daima content. Gotta capitalize it on in some
Still no new map.
capacity. Oh.
all right, finally got all the boxes. So that means there's
So
only
where's Gohan
one.
Black? Where the fuck's Gohan Black, guys? Come on.
Molotovs.
Man.
Seriously, what is this Bandai and putting characters in games that could easily be cosmetic costumes, but they don't put them in the game? Like Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, even Bleach does it with White Ichigo. I'm sorry, White Ichigo should have at least at worst be an alternate costume.
Yeah.
Don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're not.
Wrong, though.
Yeah, I find it interesting how a lot of people seem to kind of like misinterpret it a lot. Even Ichigo himself kind of misinterprets his inner hollow.
Well, that's the point. He kind of
like,
played the bad guy just to encourage Ichigo. So, if anything, he did a good job.
So one other thing that the Doom Zone does, aside from robbing me of the ability to use Chaos Control, is it allows me access to hard mode boss fights.
Yay.
All right, now we gotta go look for... Now we gotta go through all the machine parts.
Oh, come on.
Alright, round 2.
Alright, I already got this one by accident.
So, did we only talk about Fatal Fury?
With its, with Cristiano Ronaldo in it?
Yes, and how it got released today.
Yeah, the one of the DJs. Yeah. I'm like, when I saw the trailer for that one DJ, I'm like, why the fuck is Maximilian in here?
That is true.
One of the funny... So, although, funnily enough, in terms of, speaking of music, so Alt Zero, have you played Kisuke in Souls?
Kisuke?
Yes.
Keys.
Mr. Hat and Clogs?
I don't play much Guilty Gear. I don't play Guilty Gear as much.
I wasn't talking about Guilty Gear.
Honestly.
I wasn't talking about Guilty Gear.
Oh.
Or I said Kisuke, aka Mr. Hat and Clogs.
Oh, him. Kisuke. No.
Well, let me tell you this. His awakening theme is essentially he claims he's going to take you a bit more seriously, but his music tells you he wants to party. And then if you don't like the party, then you are just too damn old.
Oh man.
I'm dead serious. That bit is part of the lyrics to.
Oh, come on.
The song.
Oh wow. Of course, go around.
He's like, I may take you seriously, but I'm just gonna fuck around with you. Because that's just how he do.
Mm-hmm.
And we wouldn't have him any other way.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And in case you're wondering, yes, now I'm going for the bolt.
I'm back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Hey Gizmo, how do you feel about Fatal Fury?
Oh, come on.
What about it?
How do you feel about it now the game's out?
Hype.
I have no comments
It's
other
hype.
than
And
yeah,
the
it's
roster?
looking good at the very least. Yeah,
Which I would.
I'm digging
say,
some of the characters we got, but
which I have to say, it is interesting how we are to take. Which is interesting to say that we take it seriously is a tad, well, predictable.
Go to the corner.
even
By the way, well, okay.
even though I feel like
Geese is
the
in the
FTC
game.
takes it, so I feel as Nightmare Geese.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I
Yeah,
knew
as
they
a
were gonna
Nightmare Beast,
bring back the whole.
He's not
Nightmare
alive.
Geese.
He's still dead.
I'm glad they carried that over from Real Bout Special and Maximum Impact.
I'm glad they didn't go the Bison route, or the
Tekken route. It's, unless you have Harada going so mode, it's like, I am very mad. Don't ask me for shit. Shut up. Shut up.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck up.
Except, give
Do
us a
not
good
ask me for
patch.
shit. Oh, just the amount of people lashing out at Harada is like, what the fuck is this? This is not what we asked for.
Does anybody remember?
And Michael Murray is like... enjoy getting shit on Harada and Murray.
Derek is at the bookstore. Derek at the bookstore is letting us use his safe. When you close tonight, put my stuff in there. 343.78.
Put my shit in there, otherwise I will gut you. He says, with a very enthusiastic smile on his face.
Of course.
So, Alt Zero, who did you think was the better Black Doom voice? Ben Diskin or Sean Shamel?
I think I kind of am leaning towards Ben Diskin.
Yeah, same here.
Although I did find it a bit fascinating when hearing Schimmel's story on the Black Doom voice and how it really strained his vocals.
Odd, considering the Dr. Claw voice is kind of easy to do if you know how to do it, but yeah.
Hand over the key for dog meat, and I'll get you next time.
I'll kill you next time.
That was
why not
based
kill
off
him now?
That was based off of part of Doug's bit on Transformer Earth 2 Revenge of the Fallen. Where essentially he was trying to suggest that the Fallen sounds like Dr. Claw, even though he was voiced by Tony Todd.
Mm-hmm.
How did Michael Bay
Tess,
even
what
rope
the hell
Tony
are you
Todd?
doing?
How did Michael Bay
That's
even
a-
rope Tony Todd in that movie?
That's what I want to know.
But then again, he also roped Leonard Nimoy to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Leonard Nimoy thought it was a good, strong script.
Whoa.
That was also a quote from Doug's review of that movie again. Oh, right. A never-ending story. No, not never-ending story. Quest for Camelot. That's what I was thinking of. Shit.
Rocket launcher.
Nerd.
I have
Oh,
returned.
Jesus. Welcome back, man.
Yes.
Yay.
Boom.
How's everybody?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Running from zombies.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, remember
Alex,
when we
I
were
didn't
supposed
know
to be
there was-
doing that?
Man, I didn't
Yeah,
know I
fuck
walked
this.
back into the end of the fucking world. What did I miss?
Capcom had remembered Once Upon a Time.
Isn't that a Disney property? You know, the show?
No.
Technically,
But then
my
they
cousin
remembered.
is Jiminy
But then they also
Cricket.
realized we could make money out of this action game thing.
That's impossible. Making
But
money
then
is bad.
they realized, oh wait, we're not making as much money as we thought. Shit. What do we do? Double down. Double down. I find it, and I also find it funny how, does anybody remember the voice actor by the name of Howard Wang?
Yeah, the guy who plays Kenshin Himura in the new Kenshin anime, the 2023 series.
And also the voice and also one guest voice actor on Team 4-Star and a number of their stuff.
What about it?
It's weird when you hear him as Sui in JoJo Part 6, and you hear him in previous stuff, you're like, oh my god. But his voice is very recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
Like easily recognizable. Like it's like once you hear him in one thing, you hear him in pretty much everything.
Alex, why the fuck are you playing The Last of Us?
Because The Last of Us TV show came out.
Stop playing with shit in the toilet and start playing real games.
Yes, and Alex is playing this for research purposes.
Yes, these species.
Because after
look
all, what better
fascinating.
way to make
yes.
a review go off of this than
The
to
floor is made of floor.
Digging for a pile of shit for research purposes.
yes, the thing that no one but chat hits hard, or the thing that chat he's hit harder than anything else.
Hey, hey, look at that! I bored him to death.
I'm more laughing at the reactions that everybody else is having to this than
No, this is my reaction. Let me see if I can find it.
Epidemic, massive death toll.
Here we go. Kenny McCormick.
What the
That was
hell?
Kenny
What the hell, man?
Kenny McCormick from South Park. That's Matt Stone for you.
Oh my god, you killed Kenny.
You
bastards!
You bastards!
Alright. I have returned from WrestleMania.
My favorite bit is from the Terrence and Phillip. It's like, hey,
I have-
don't come here, red buddy. I'm not your buddy, guy. He's not your guy, friend. I'm not your friend, guy.
Oh god.
They're not your buddies, guy!
I'm not your dad, friend!
Oh god.
Thank
Yeah.
you,
Guys.
friend. Thank you for getting. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Where's the
Guys.
Hang you
sends
adrift,
them on the
idiot.
ice. Wait, you can't do that.
Oh, there they are.
Once upon a time, YouTuber by the name of Impulse Cody ended up doing that sketch, but with the character guy from Final Fight.
Oh, right.
No, it's not.
Sadly, I can't find Impulse
Thank
Cody.
you, Brett, for getting the reference.
I cannot. Sadly, I cannot find the source for that video anymore because Impulse Cody kind of removed all of his old content, and I'm like, that's a fucking shame, man. Because I loved his character summarized videos. He's been going on Twitch just playing Final Fantasy 13, and then he's like, and then he makes the oh so original criticism of, oh, this is why I don't like playing this game because I'm playing it one-handed. I'm like, so funny.
Everyone else is playing Final Fantasy 13 one-handed for different reasons.
I mean, Lightning and Fang are certainly something, especially Fang.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want an Aussie woman in your life? I've looked no further than her.
Yeah.
All right, who wants to hear about my vacation in Vegas?
Yeah, tell us about how you got your second sign confiscated.
Oh my fucking god, I'll get to that. So,
oh yeah, I forgot, Ben.
First day,
and went to
first
wrestling.
day
Ben
I
got
landed.
his things confiscated.
Yeah. So first day I landed. I went
and I'm
to
like,
I went to the hotel we were staying at, or Congo, I should say. I stopped by the superstore. There's a funny thing I noticed there. I'll tell it later. But yeah, let me get to fuck it. Let me talk about the sign. So I had this sign. What was it? Let me look up what it said. So my memory. It said, "Greetings from the Methley crew. Mana says Tina eats corn the long way."
Which other bolt I ended up getting on accident.
And I ended up cutting it in half and adding a small Methley message at the end because it was really clumsy.
I'm sure
to
it'll
carry.
come up.
But they were fine with it. Like the first day, they were fine. And it's like, okay, cool. So I bring it back. They say, nope, it's too inappropriate.
Oh boy, I gotta go back to that tower again.
Double standards.
Like, but you guys let me yesterday that, yeah, that was a mistake. How do you make that mistake?
How do you... Cena eats corn the long way. That's an old fucking meme, though.
Yes, they said the exaggerated O's made it an issue.
Apparently they took the meme a little too literally, I guess.
Quite fucking actually, yes. Like, so I went to guest experience, and they couldn't give me a new sign because they didn't have the material, but they were confused. Like, why the fuck would they take it? And they apologized, like, we're so sorry. So there was 5 minutes for the show start. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I had an idea. So I ran over to one of the convenience store areas because they had like different shops where you could buy. I asked, can I have a box? The guy grabs a box, takes all the merchandise out of it, and gives me the fucking box, while also cutting it open so I can write on it.
Nice.
So I wrote on it. I wrote a new message that said, what did it say? Mana says Cena sucks. Hello, Methley crew. I don't think it made it on TV, but I gave my best shot at it.
Well, I guess we'll have to go looking for that then.
Yeah.
You might have
to roll it though, because I was trying not to block people's views, so it was closer to my neck than in the air.
You probably should have picked different material to write on, as well as a different utensil, considering far away. I don't think anybody is going to know what that says.
Well, I didn't have a fucking choice. I didn't have a choice when it came to that. I had a really nice sign that was really clear, and then they took it. So what am I supposed to do? I had 5 minutes. 5 minutes, Gizmo.
Oh, you invent a time machine, and you go back in time and make their decisions.
I'll kayfabe it. I'll kayfabe traveling back in time. Kill the
I have a long list of better decisions.
Take their place, and I walk through with no issues. Yes, genius strategy, Alex.
You've kayfabe traveled through time before, so I'm not sure how it's an issue now.
Well, you lagged out really bad there for a second.
Yeah, why is it suddenly an issue now?
I don't
Not when you've done it before.
It's so stupid. But yeah, I had an awesome time. Outside like.
By the
during
way,
break-
has anybody seen that one Daito Modachi video where Kakyoin tries to rob a bank just so that he could get Mount Lady to sit on him?
God.
Yeah.
he had to goad it out of her, saying midnight was better.
Oh, here's another story. So
and I'm like, oh, shots fired.
Here's another story.
I'm gonna be looking at her.
Hang on.
So what else happened while you were out there, huh?
Yeah, so here's another story I have. So right before the second match, Beer started falling from the sky, hitting me and multiple people for no reason.
What happened? What fell from the sky?
Beer.
Beer?
Beer.
Oh, was that when Stone? Was that when Stone Cold came out?
My hat got wet in it, so I had to go and get security because, like, what the fuck? And me and others are getting wet. And so afterwards, that didn't happen again. But the special WWE book I bought got soaked. So after the second match, I went to convenience store guys like, can you replace this book for me? I don't have my receipt, but I can prove I paid for it. Without even missing a fucking beat, they handed me a new book and said, take it, it's yours.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the WWE people were really
So the people in the seats above you were just spraying fucking beer.
Yes.
Was that when Stone Cold came out, or was that...
No, that was long before.
So they're just garden variety
Stone Cold
idiots
was drunk
then.
driving that. So he missed the fucking ramp when doing his entrance, which is why he took longer to come out than expected. And then he crashed into the fucking ramp.
I remember one
knocking over a lady
in,
during the match,
but
during the thing
in the old Z dub where Vegeta was complaining about the pink shirt, and he's like, "I'm a warrior, not a variety of flower."
Are these for a man or for a woman? They're pink.
Oh. Wow, we skipped most of the substitute Shinigami arc over here. We got naked Yorichi.
I don't know if you guys saw, but Lady fell over when Stone Cold crashed into the barricade. She definitely was hurt. She did that to over-exaggerate, but to be honest, I would do the same just to get a money buyout.
Oh yeah, no, that's the kind of thing. That's the kind of flopping you'd expect out of a
like a wrestler.
Oh no, I was gonna say a professional soccer player.
Yeah, because the CEO of TKO literally came out to check on her. So it's like, oh yeah, she's getting a fucking payday. But then, like, sometime after the show, when Dom was being driven out, the golf cart he was in ran over a lady.
Somebody else, I
Oh my god.
Someone else, yes, some random lady got ran the fuck over by Dom's golf cart driver.
Of all things,
I can testify to this. The golf cart drivers that are taking people place to place are fucking insane. I'm walking to the location where I'm meeting my mom because we were both going on vacation. She had the car, right? So I'm walking over. Literally an inch from me, like the golf cart drove right past me, like an inch. Like if it was an inch closer, it would have ran me down.
Yeah, I've seen stuff like that happen.
I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, and then I see the footage. I'm like, well, yeah, they're driving like fucking psychopaths. I can't even blame the fans on that one because the golf cart drivers just do not care on who's in front of them. So it's like, what the fuck? It was crazy. I'm talking a lot of shit about the event, making it seem like it was awful. No, I had a fucking blast. I had
now I'm all caught up.
Time.
I already got.
I had amazing seats. I could see the full entrance ramp in the ring. Most of the matches were awesome. There were a few duds. Me and Alex will talk about that when we do commentary. But I would give it like an 8 out of 10 overall in terms of like the WrestleManias. It's not the best WrestleMania of all time, but it's a fucking good one. I would say the best match from night one was what was the best match of night one? I have to think about this. Two I can name easily. The best match of night two was the Fatal 4-Way between Dominic, Finn, Braun, and Penta. That was the best match of
by the way, Alt Zero, the last episode we ended up on for our recent session of JoJo Part 3 was the first part of Mariah's. A little bit.
Oh yeah, the best match
where Joseph is about to go through about as much Hoye as he did with Caesar or in just a single two-parter, or but with Avdol.
Oh, wow. Oh, the hijinks with Avdol and Joseph dealing with Mariah. Help me! Oh my god!
Oh, come on.
I remember watching an old compilation. Somebody compiled all of Unsho Ishizuka's English yelling.
So
I'm like, that is...
So, funnily enough, for Adult Swim's broadcast of that episode, when
oh come on, I was hitting
when
him
the
with
show's airing in English, is since this following week after the first part of Mariah's battle was since the first part of that was aired a week before April Fool's Day. Guess what the absolute legends ended up doing? The following
what did
week,
they do?
They aired the Japanese version of part 2.
Oh my god. Oh. That just sounds like something Matt...
Oh my god!
Oh no! Oh god! Oh no!
I like how Richard Epcar is able to do the oh my god bit.
Oh fuck.
He's like, for the love of God, Avdol, help me! I can tears coming!
Oh man. Oh man. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Oh no, it's that old hag again! Trust me, Alex, you're gonna love it when we get to that.
Oh, so the best match of night one was definitely the main event.
But I think another one of the best parts in that second part was when Mariah had demonstrated the other aspect of her magnetic personality. Where suddenly her breasts seemed to get bigger.
And then Joseph's like,
yeah, in the dub he just goes, huh? Like
come on.
Genuinely
I had my gun pointed right at her.
Avdol in the background's like, there's something not right here.
He's like, I don't like where this is going, Mr. Joestar. Why are you looking closer at her breasts?
It's like, we might as well back away or something.
And then Joseph in his head might as well be like, must not cheat on wife again.
Oh, must not fall for it.
And Alex, in case you were wondering where that came from, well, let's just say that Joseph inadvertently was not as faithful to Suzy Q as he appeared to be. He got a little drunk.
One of the only times.
He got a little drunk in Morio. Met a woman by the name of Tomoko Higashikata, and one thing led to another, and she ended up having a young son who would later develop a ridiculous-looking pompadour by the name of Josuke Higashikata. Who would then later be known as one of the most iconic roles of the late Billy Kometz.
Yeah.
This is the only. This is the only time I will ever accept adultery in this house.
That, Josuke, and of course Naofumi in Shield Hero, arguably being two of my favorite roles from Billy.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
And then he was Rui in Slayer.
Yeah, that's gonna be the weird thing with the newest Demon Slayer Hinokami Chronicles game is like, are they probably gonna reuse?
They're gonna recycle his voice clips.
Yeah. And that's what I was feeling.
They already
Level of story
recycled.
mode,
They
though.
already recycled his voice clips for the party game.
Yeah.
Yes,
I remember.
I mean, what a
I remember when his character Anai in Agretzko was featured in the newer season of Agretzko. Like they got to take over along with Ferdinand von Eyre. Like when they released the
Ferdinand
summer.
von Eyre.
Somebody did make a mod of Three Houses where every single unit is Ferdinand.
Oh God, that would be horrific. That would be a very cruel and unusual punishment I would not inflict onto anyone.
Have you guys seen Promare? Because Billy went super ham in that movie.
Yes, he did. Many people ended up comparing his character Gallo to Kamina just based off of his appearance. And trust me, Alex, when we get to Promare, you'll just be like, "Yep, I can see it."
His performance feels something very straight out of Tokusatsu. Like,
yep. I'm like, this is pretty much in America. This is taking place in America, but it's animated in Japan
by Studio Trigger.
It's a firefighting anime. It's a firefighting in 2D 3D hybrid animated. Animated by a Japanese studio with Tokusatsu energy, and yet it takes place in what I would presume to be America, based on the fact that he describes Japan as a Far East island nation.
Mm-hmm. I shot twice. Fuck.
I'm like, this is. I get the impression that Gallo is a massive weeb who finally gets to live out his dream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only explanation I could come up with.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to hear any other stories when I was in Vegas? Is there anything any
Sure.
questions?
Did you get robbed?
Surprisingly, no. I was half expecting one encounter, but never happen.
So, Alex, there was a bit from a Gaming Sins video on The Last of Us where apparently the guy was saying that it was weird that even though Troy Baker and Nolan North are together, they supposedly don't get to interact with each other, even though Nolan North does mocap the guy that Joel is interrogating later on in the game. That guy just happens to be voiced by Liam O'Brien.
Hihiko and Ieyasu Tokugawa.
Oh God. I feel like Troy and Liam also have some rivalries going on just based on on Ieyasu and what's his
Mitsunari.
face? Mitsunari from Sengoku. Like, I've only played the one game, but I'm like, yeah, there's beef between these two.
Yeah, which is true, because the third game, I know for a fact, when they brought Samurai Heroes, that was the third installment in the franchise at that point.
Yeah, and especially when you hear Mitsunari go,
Ieyasu!
Ieyasu! Ieyasu! Ieyasu! Yes.
Like that.
Yes. I'm like, this man has such an irrational hatred for what
yelling Ieyasu. It's like,
or what I can assume is a big goody.
Yeah, he's like, he thought he had to record it, him yelling Ieyasu once. Like, can we just reuse that? It's like, no, we had to have you yell Ieyasu multiple different ways. It's like,
I just love the fact that I'm also reminded of the fact that Vic ended up pointing out, is like, look, we have a whole library of Kakarot. Why don't you just recycle one of those? And they're like, oh, and they're like, no, the Japanese version had to do new recordings. He's like, oh.
Even Ben Shimada had to go through so much hell.
Yep. So I really wish there was like something where Vic and Ben Shimada met at before.
Yeah.
Because I would have loved to see what kind of interaction the two of them would have had.
I remember seeing that New York Comic Con panel. It's like Vic just like looks at Nozawa and Shimon's like, Kakarot! It's like, I know, there's like two of them. Really, that's enough.
That sounds like, funny.
Yeah. And Vic's like fully where it's like, I know. It's like, oh man, Vic's reaction seeing Nozawa.
There are two of them.
I give your clone.
He's like, okay, this is getting out of hand. Now there's two of them.
Excuse me. Did you guys hear that the Oblivion remake is coming out tomorrow?
Gonna be like what, 107 gigabytes, 170, I think.
Yeah, 140 something.
I find it
so
weird.
The Oblivion remake is gonna be like 200 gigabytes, and it's gonna be more expensive and
what are the chances
less good.
that they watch and censor this remake?
I find it a bit odd how.
Frankly, I don't care. The fact that the game is 170 gigabytes is a killing blow for me.
I find it a bit odd how there's a how Sabbath ends up having like this weird thing. Had this weird thing in Once Upon a Time where he was like, "Oh, Broly only had like a handful of lines." I'm like, "You are fucking lying."
At that point, I feel like he's just straight up gaslighting people.
Yeah, he's trying. Yeah, he's desperately gaslighting people. Oh, like he's acting like we don't have a whole trilogy of films where he says there's a whole bunch of things.
Yeah.
Things like, is that another word for coffin?
Hey, how about giving us a handicap? Is that another word for coffin?
My voice cracked in that one line.
Is that another word for coffin?
Oh man. My favorite interaction was with him and Piccolo. It's like, do your worst, monster.
A monster?
Yeah.
No, I am a devil.
A monster?
So cool.
No, I am the devil.
Oh my god! Oh, he's so fucking cool!
Oh my god, he's so cool!
My favorite was that somebody actually requested Vic to recite the Team 4-star lines like,
oh yes,
Princess
I remember
Trunks.
that.
Princess Trunks, you lied to me, you dirty boy.
I actually started a bit of that in front of Scott. Where
Alex, you're lagging really bad. Is your computer dying?
And essentially, what happened was that Scott was that me and my buddy Fran were in line to see Team 4-star, and so Scott happened to be there, and I was like. And I was going all, Princess Trunks. And he's like, no. Oh, you lied to me. I did no such thing, you dirty boy. Goku, get me off this planet right now. I'm serious, Goku. Instant transmit. Ow!
Oh, God. I love that scene. It's hilarious.
Like Trunks immediately realizes that Broly is well aware that he is a god. he's like, oh no.
Oh, how about the regulars,
Dogs? Oh no! You lied to me. I did no such thing! You dirty boy. Goku, get me on this planet, do anything, instant transmission!
And my voice cracked again.
It happens. I think one of the most genuine voice cracks I have heard. It was when, and during near the end of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, he Al had sacrificed his essence in order to give Edward his right arm back to save him, and he just screams out, "Al, you dumbass!" and I'm like, his voice cracked right there. I'm like, oh, I felt that.
Yeah.
Like, that sold the moment in the dub for me. All right, I collected all 80 bolts.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nice.
Let's turn off the Doom area because we don't need this anymore.
I am probably going to call it soon, but
how convenient, Alex, as I am about to give Orbot and Qbot all of the bolts. So
how
appropriate. Orders: patrol the rendezvous area, ensure no military presence before moving the girl to the next safe house. Make sure the girl is well fed and in good health. Her safety is of the utmost importance.
Alex, your lag is getting worse.
Oh,
that's funny because your lag is non-existent.
What? What?
How odd.
So usually when you guys say that I'm lagging, it's
oh, it's bad.
Yeah, usually when you guys say I'm lagging, it's accompanied by you guys crackling and crickling and sounding like you know,
Chibi Robo?
No, usually it's accompanied by you guys sounding like you're recording inside a bubble wrap factory.
What?
And you guys are coming through fine for me, but apparently I'm lagging.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you're lagging pretty bad.
Yeah, just it's been happening for a while, Alex. You know, the whole audio crackling.
No, I figure it probably is. I just don't have anything I can do about it right now. I gotta wait for.
That's all right.
I gotta find some more RAM. I have to download more RAM.
Yeah. Then again, my microphone picks up background noise. It's been doing that for a while.
Yeah, I've been trying to be cautious, especially
Mine only picks up background noise when I turn it up all the way.
Oh, okay.
And now you can probably hear my air conditioner.
All right.
Now I'm going
because I usually have the aircon and a fan on in my room, so
I'm going to turn it down now so that you guys are.
Look at this neat little collection room. Ah, damn, we're missing a couple of pages. Oh well. Well, I got them in my previous save file. Shadow's history, music, art. But yeah, that's pretty much everything this game has to offer, aside from the lack of a couple of the journal entries. So anyway, that'll be it for Shadow Generations.
Yeah.
I'm going to be
frankly nothing else for me to do.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting through this section of the game here. Well, this cutscene.
All right, I'll let you get through that, and I'll see if I can.
What, the second or third episode?
Of what?
The TV show, where Tess exploded at the State House?
One more time, you lagged out and I didn't understand you.
Tess explodes at the State House. Was that the
What
second
show?
or third episode of The Last of Us?
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch that garbage.
God fucking damn it. No, you did. You fucking watched that show when it came out. We talked about it.
Did it? What are you talking about?
Yes, you did. We talked about this. We talked about it.
I didn't watch it.
You had to have watched it.
No, I didn't.
Because you talked about this scene.
Yeah, I don't
Talked about
remember,
the weird,
but I mean,
you talked about the
a
weird
clip
sexual shit that happened in it. In the
oh yeah,
show.
I posted the fucking clip, and I thought it was stupid, and we talked about it.
You talked about all the other stuff that happened in the episode too, though.
Alright.
I don't remember that.
Did you,
I know I
did
did
you
not
stop
watch
watching the show?
episode. No, I didn't watch it at all.
Alright, I'll be seeing myself out. I gotta get some dinner.
Same here.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Take care, you guys.
Go to sleep.
Later.
So, yeah, once this cutscene's done, I'll be signing off, and you can see more of Gizmo, Ben, myself, and Rhino on Wednesday.
Yeah, and Alex, I'll call you afterward.
Playing some Borderlands.
Yeah,
Lands
Wednesday.
of which there are borders.
Why does...
Are you ready for Borderlands? Ah, shit, he left.
Gizmo.
We killed him.
Speak
His
now or
total
forever hold your peace.
Okay, so... Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go. Gotta follow my Jolbo. Can't stick around, have to keep moving on. Cause one lies ahead. Only one way to find them down. Yeah.
There is but one way to find out.
Must keep on moving. Yeah. Yeah, Tess got shot in this one. In the show, she blew herself up. A zombie kissed her while doing so. Which
Zombie was
like... Hey guys. I got myself a rifle here.
Cool. By the way, Alex, have you been collecting materials?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so the crafting materials are necessary for making new stuff for your weapons and whatnot.
Yes, I know. I am aware of that. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this. So did you guys see that thing that Kanye West posted?
No, I don't look at insane whack jobs.
Let's not talk about that. That's really bad.
Okay, I'm gonna pull up Yeezy's Twitter here.
No, don't. It's not.
Geez.
It's really
That's
bad.
Weird. No, why did he screenshot his own tweet?
Why indeed?
Posted a really low resolution video with it too. Huh. That's odd. He said he changed his album's name to Cuck, and he talks about... Did Kanye delete all of his shit?
I guess he did.
Huh. Okay.
Did someone say...
Guys, shut the fuck up. Jarrett is here.
Jarrett?
Oh, hi, Jarrett.
Hello.
We're nearing the end of our respective streams.
I'm scared of you. We're trying to end it as fast as possible.
Okay,
to run.
let's...
I mean, I don't understand why. I'm not something to be feared.
I don't know, man. You're kind of terrifying.
Feeling me so deep, it gets the best of me.
Alex,
and it feels right fall. Here it comes, face of me.
Okay, this is a new narrative I didn't know about.
Away. You can't see.
Sorry, I had to learn this
I
way,
see the other
Whenever Alex
side
is out of fear, he's trying to deflect away.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Okay,
You could gradually a descent into one's madness here.
How did the I'm terrifying arc start? Enlighten me of the lore, Ben.
Since we've known you.
Well, it started when you killed the Pope.
Okay, for one, that was an accident. I did a typo.
You what?
Yeah, no, okay, so I was writing a grocery list and I misspelled pipe as Pope.
Oh, were you writing that in your grocery list in the Death Note or something?
Yeah, I ran out of paper.
Oh.
So, I will now become the new Pope. I will be Father Jack Shit.
Yes, by right of succession. So, before we leave, Kim Kardashian is reportedly being eyed to star in the upcoming remake of The Bodyguard.
Oh god. Oh no.
The Bodyguard.
No.
You know,
fuck off.
The all-time classic 1992 film starring Kevin Costner and Whitney Houston.
No. Fuck off.
And I will always love you. Ooh, I will always see you guys later. You guys know where to find myself and Kevin. Starting from the top, Jared. Even though you just showed up, promote your channel.
Promote your shit.
Okay. If you like waifus, retro games, and other stupid shit, check out twitch.tv/Jarrett, 2 R's, 1 T, 1991. Also, whatever I do, post on YouTube at Jarrett91. Same thing, at Jarrett1991.
Yeah. People are apparently suggesting either Adam Sandler or David Spade for this movie, and no. Anyways, Damon.
All right, if you want to see my content, you can go to bitshoot.com/channel/the DJBrett12. I've done an old Mario series when I was a teenager. I've done fan dubs, AMVs, comparison videos, and I've been doing some AI song cover mixes since last year, but I actually do audio editing and put effort into them.
Unlike the recent dub of something that came out.
I don't even know what show that was. I just know that came out and it sounded terrible.
It's called Super Cube.
I wonder if people will think
is it
my
in
voice
relation to Cube 2 Hypercube?
I have no clue.
People will think that my voice is Titanor is AI, and that's a literal robot.
I ran that through a vocoder and a Calaringer effect.
I know. I'm saying. I know. Oh, I'm just saying because it's a literal robot.
Yeah.
But I wonder if people will actually say that it's AI.
Yes, I created an AI voice model for somebody I know, rather than just asking you to do the voice yourself.
even though I have the Audacity file that proves otherwise.
Yes, all of us here are AI voice models. That's why we're lagging out right now. I'm real-time rendering all of our voices all at once.
It's finally crashing.
Yeah. Gizmo.
Oh my god.
Gizmo.
We must initiate protocol terminate. Initiate in 3, 2, 1.
Sound wave acknowledges.
Gizmo?
Judgment Day is inevitable.
Judgment Day is inevitable. Let's start at January 6th, 2020. Go subscribe to Gizmo Hibiki on YouTube. He plays games and makes videos. Go make some
Don't
videos. Go make some videos of your own. Go ahead, do it now. Do it.
Do it now.
Get to the chopper.